skip that part.
Let's restart.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Last time when
Easily triggered.
last time when we started the podcast, I clicked streaming, so
Oh yeah, that's right. You streamed the whole thing on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah,
I hope
clicked
you didn't
streaming.
have much of an audience there. They probably like, why won't he comment on us? God hates us.
So gladly I found out how to transfer your video from Twitch to YouTube, so that was it was not
Yeah,
much
but
of a bother. And
But that's easy, man. It's so handy.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't have to cut anything, it's just
hmm
it's how we
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, it's just a shame. My low bandwidth, I just cannot stream in. Yeah, I can stream in 360p, but that's it. And then that's in low quality as well. So, yeah, quite a shame. But recording and then uploading it for 24 hours to YouTube, it also works. It just takes a little bit longer. So,
Yeah, usually when I do. Oh, go ahead.
hello everybody to the podcast. Today we have AtticusMJ. And we got Poison, that Dutch Irish
Hey,
dude. And we hope we are going to make an interesting, jolly session this time. So go ahead, Atticus, announce for your video as well.
What you saying the last time wasn't jolly? How could you?
Oh,
Ed. Man. Well, welcome to a jolly good time for me. That I like to think they're jolly, but I guess all that Resident Evil Outbreak footage I'm putting in the previous ones just not jolly enough.
Yeah, I didn't watch because I didn't. I watched.
But you were in it. Why would you want to watch it?
I watched Dan play Resident Evil 7 a little bit. And I was in under the impression that Resident Evil was just another zombie shooter, but it looked like it was kind of interesting.
Well, 7's a first person, which is if you count the gun survival games, and depending whether you count the Dino Crisis one, it's either the third or fourth first person Resident Evil game. But those ones were all arcade-ish, so but the majority of Resident Evil is tank control style, which is what Outbreak is.
Yeah, I like
Classic.
the setting, and the setting was kind of great.
I haven't played 7 yet. At first, I was hesitant to even consider it because how they marketed it a lot like PT and Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, eh.
Is there also,
But watching... Oh, go ahead.
Is there also a PC release for Resident Evil 7?
I believe it's on the PC, but I think the VR is exclusive to PlayStation for a year.
Yeah, but if there's a game I'm not
Aren't there people playing on the Oculus?
I think I heard that yesterday that the VR was exclusive. Let's see.
I think that's kind of correct. That it was exclusive for PlayStation.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a time exclusive with PlayStation, so yeah, unless somebody magically hacked the PC version to somehow work with VR, it's not happening right now.
Oh, it's still sad. I hate exclusives, but that's just me probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you have it on the damn platform, it's stupid. It's like, if it's on PC, have all the shit available on PC, and if it's on PS4, have them available on there too, and everything, you know? Like, Destiny, like, I feel like with Destiny is very strange, because Sony struck a deal with them for Japan, which carried over towards everywhere, basically, where Sony's platform had multiple guns that were time exclusive and content time exclusive, while the Xbox versions got none of that shit for a long, long time. Like one of my favorite shotguns in Destiny back when it was new was a time exclusive for Sony. So that kind of stuff seems so stupid when it's on something.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But I'm kind of happy to see that Destiny 2 is gonna have a PC release as well. I already
I
heard.
have like
I
I have like
already heard.
zero plans on getting it unless it shows up to be really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That King update for Destiny 1 made that game a little bit better, I heard.
Oh yes, yes. The Taken King is how the game should have fucking started, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The characters, the NPCs were way more interesting, had story, and they talk to you about shit. They weren't just statues. It was a lot more fun, but you know, like what out like 2 years at that point or something. I can't even remember.
Yeah, it's a little bit late.
It's like, oh, this is how the game should have launched. Thanks.
I never ever played Destiny, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, me neither. Like I said before, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna pay Sony to play with a friend. That's,
Destiny is totally not worth PlayStation Plus.
mm-hmm. But I like playing Borderlands 2, and I like playing the multiplayer of Mass Effect Andromeda. So
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty good. Some of the people I play Overwatch competition, competitive with, have said the multiplayer is pretty fun.
mm-hmm, it is, and so I hope Destiny will bring that kind of fun to me as well. But I already heard they are going to release a season pass on day one, which costs $40. So it's gonna be, if you want to play the game, you're gonna pay $100 just to play Destiny 2, and then I'm like,
See, here's my advice: don't buy it and wait until the third or fourth compilation of all the content.
yeah.
Because I mean, like right now, you can get the complete Destiny 1 experience for I think like $49 now. I think that Iron
Yeah.
Banner compilation is. So it's like I sadly wasted money buying all the DLC to keep playing with my friends.
Yeah, but it's multiplayer only, right?
Yes, it's online only. There is no offline or experiencing the story offline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Andromeda is fun, but it's just you only got 5 levels or 5 maps, which are kind of small. And I like the idea. I think Destiny will offer that. That like in World of Warcraft, you go through an area and you fight mobs, and then you fight a big boss, and everybody gets loot, and everybody is probably
Oh, I
happy.
mean, it had a very nice idea, and I think that's the only reason the game survived from. Because I mean, it had a lot of similarities to No Man's Sky. There was all kinds of promises never fulfilled and shit. But because it had a cool game still, it survived in that regard, and I think that's why a lot of people really hope Destiny 2 will fulfill. But I don't know. Yeah, like right now. It's 48 or 39 on consoles on the Xbox One, PS4. So yeah, I mean you can get under $60 for the complete package.
Mm-hmm.
Though I probably wouldn't really recommend buying it because I suspect the game will be deader than a doornail when the second game comes out.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. And there's still also, I think, some pretty cool Destiny alternatives.
Yeah, but I don't. Not many. First thing that comes to mind is Division, but
Warframe?
Ooh,
yeah.
didn't Warframe go offline?
No, Warframe is still there.
Ah,
Being played a lot.
I might be thinking of something else then.
Yeah. And it's free.
Oh, then I'm totally thinking of something else. Division, $22 on Amazon. Doesn't look like it's doing well. I actually was considering getting the Division if it got like a compilation of all its DLC, but never got one. So I kind of think they're just bailing on that. I think.
It's still also being played quite good, and it's still a good game. But it's also playable solo, and I think they recently brought out a small expansion, PvP, to the game again, which is really cool. And you have the survival mode on it, which is also solo or PvP.
$28 ain't too bad for it though.
No, that's a good price.
It's decent. But I think you still need to pay for all the expansion stuff. So
Yeah, see, that's why I'd like them to do a compilation one.
yeah, Game of the Year editions.
But I don't think they're going to because of, yeah, I don't think they feel like there's enough incentive to do it. But who knows? Could change.
Yeah, what's keeping me back from playing the Division is that the Dark Zone. Yeah, the best items I heard you have to go to the PvP. And
That's not no. You can get most things also without PvP now.
Hmm.
They patched that. That was like a really big complaint
Yeah,
from people, and they patched that out like a few patches ago. And now you can get all the good gear everywhere. It's just RNG. But there's also blueprints on vendors now, so you can craft stuff and farm it. So there's multiple ways to get stuff now. And of course, there's still PvP and high risk, high reward.
yeah. Yeah, it's a game on my list to try out someday, as is that new Ghost Recon game, which actually is not a Ghost Recon game. It's Far Cry, but with a Ghost Recon name, that Wildlands. It, to my opinion, has nothing to do anymore with the old how Ghost Recon used to be. But the co-op aspect of that game seems maybe interesting.
Yeah.
But not for the full price. The price they are asking now is to my opinion, too much. But yeah, sure want to try the Wildlands out one day. And I heard the
Yeah.
performance on the PC is horrible. It's
Yeah. It's a thing with ports nowadays. Everything it's built on PC, but you can't play it on PC. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I honestly find it weird with AAA market always makes very poor PC ports a lot of times. Like stuff like, EA Activision, the common people should know better, but they don't.
Yeah. Gladly there are some exceptions, and that's basically always the best to just wait until a game is released and then read the reviews, how the performance is, and then decide if it's worth to buy or
wait
not.
on a few patches first and then buy the game.
Yeah, it's what I said in my last video about Mass Effect Andromeda. Um, somebody said about those facial animations. Yeah, they can patch it out. Yeah, maybe in a half a year or in 3 months. but the people who pay the full price, like I did, we are getting stuck with all this crap. We are the best customers. We pay the most money, and we get all this crap. And in a half a year, the game will be sold for $25. I can guarantee you, because it's not selling as they were planning. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I think you should the refund system for PC games. I think there should be more like on Steam. You can do it a couple of times, and then you can't for the rest of the year. I think it's really limited, and I think everybody on every platform should be able to get a refund for games, so developers get punished if they deliver a bad game.
yeah, the 2 hour limit on Steam is already it's already a great start, because I'm sure they felt it at Hello Games with No Man's Sky. And they must have felt that, and they have to pay a kind of fee, right?
Yeah.
If I buy a game and I want my money back, I get my money back, but Hello Games has to pay some kind of fee to Steam.
Yep.
For the download or something. And,
Yep.
yeah, that's why that other game got cancelled by Warner Brothers. Batman, wasn't it? That was
Oh, I
removed.
thought
Was
that got
removed
put
from
back
Steam.
on Steam.
Yeah, it got
I
back
thought-
after a couple of months after they patched it correctly.
Yeah.
But when it got released after 3 or 4
Yeah,
days,
they took it down, saying, we shouldn't have pushed it out. We apologize. We realize something's wrong and all that jazz.
Yeah, yeah. Warner Brothers is also another horrible company. I think Mad Max was an exception. That was a great game from Warner Brothers.
So what about Dying Light? They published it, so don't they get the credit?
But
And isn't Shadows of Mordor also by them?
Yes, I believe they I'm not sure if they made it. I'm pretty sure they published it. I'm not sure about how much in the making they had to do with it.
is there any news about a new Dying Light?
Not that I know of, and Dead Island 2 has nothing on it either. I'm pretty sure that game's dead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they gotta improve quite a lot on Dead Island to make it.
Well, the people that were originally making Dead Island 2 were the people who made the Spec Ops single player, which piqued my interest. But then they're like, no, we're going to can these guys. We're going to get a new developer. And then radio silence.
Yeah, yeah. Because Dying Light, man, that game was. It's one really. I'm not into zombie shooters, but that game, man, it's. Yeah, man, I enjoy that very much. Did you play that Poison Dying Light? Because we could have played that co-op.
I don't think I have it or played it. It's I think it's one of those games that I was like, yeah, when it's on sale, I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
And is it the third person or first person?
It's
game?
a first person.
Yeah, so that's probably something that
You are not.
If
So,
you're-
yeah, you're
I'm-
not so
I'm-
in
I'm not-
first person, right?
I hate first person. Makes me nauseous. So that's the reason why I don't like them. Only a few, and it has to be a good game then.
Well, Dying Light is surely really a good game.
If you like survival horror, I would recommend Dying Light. If you don't, then I would just say skip it.
Yeah, but it's nothing like Dead Island. It's not.
No,
nothing
Dead
like,
Island wasn't a survival horror game.
Yeah, that's you cannot compare those two. It's really.
I didn't
really,
compare them.
No,
I
but
said
in
you
general,
like I would not label Dying Light. I wouldn't label Dead Island as a survival horror game. You get guns and way too early. You can melee everything to death so easily. You can literally kick everything to death. Melee is incredibly dangerous in Dying Light. You could die or be seriously injured and shit.
yeah, man, it was a great experience.
Isn't that the fun thing?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're into survival horror, Dying Light.
Yeah.
If you're not, If you want to just kill lots of shit really easily, Dead Island. And voodoo bitch songs. Voodoo, you voodoo bitch.
That's the only good, the only good thing about Dead Island.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I hated it all.
Yeah.
I thought the only good thing was the dead bodies from the very nice trailer that were in the hotel. It's like, oh look, that was the only reason I was interested in the game.
The animation of the original soundtrack, the start of the animation was nothing, but I liked the music. Yeah, the music was kind of good. That was giving me a good vibe. And then I started the game and I noticed all those bugs in when you walk. There are just in paths. There are invisible walls. You get stuck. Even in the enhanced edition, it's just the same. You get the same bugs as in the original Dead Island. So, man, it was a horrible experience. But did you check the price of Dead Island? What it costs now?
I would assume it's not too much, assuming you want the PC version.
Dying Light, I mentioned.
Oh, Dying Light.
Yeah, of course, Dying Light. Let's
Dying
check.
Light it's 20
It's only 60% off Steam right now, and
19.99 euros.
On G2A it's 20.
20.
And you don't need the expansion. I think the expansion didn't come close to what the game original did. The base game is so much better than the expansion. The expansion is, to my opinion, was not worth it. I didn't enjoy it.
That's the only thing
I wouldn't know.
So you got the Dying Light, the Following Enhanced Edition, which I'm assuming is the full game because the Dying Light, the Following is $7.99 on sale, while the Enhanced Edition's $23.99. So I'm assuming that's the main game in the DLC.
Yeah.
So it's $23.99 in American.
Yeah, that's correct. So it's best to buy the enhanced edition, and you'll get the expansion with it, but also all patches and updates to the base game.
Yeah, as far as I can see, you can't even buy the base game. It doesn't seem to exist anymore. Which actually makes me wonder why you can even buy the Following. Why is the season pass still buyable?
Yeah, there's always someone who buys it, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Why
is this still for sale? The game's been out for how many years?
But if you bought the original game, you don't have the enhanced edition, do you? So you still need the season pass.
But I mean, like, shouldn't the season pass not exist anymore once all the DLC's out?
Yeah.
Seeing a whole new world of season passing on PC. It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new digital world, PC gaming these days. Quite a shame. I bought Mass Effect, the physical copy, and you got a nice box, and inside you got a paper with a origin download code, so there's no discs anymore. But gladly, that other game, that Torment, Tides of Numenera, that still comes with a physical disc and a map and some kind of
That's
manual.
cool. Yeah.
That's still, some games still are worth
Yeah, there's
getting
still some
physical.
physical games in the PC world. You just have to know where to look. Sometimes I see them I remember last year, and I could not find this thing's existence online. I saw it, and this was before Limited One Games announced a version they were going to do of one of the games. But it was a double pack of Shantae Whiskey's Revenge and Mighty Switch Force. And they all DOM free on the disc, so there was no linking to Steam or anything. And it was at Walmart of all weird places. But I've literally tried looking for it online, and I can't find it existing at all. It's the company that published this version, Legacy Games, apparently publishes a lot of those hide and seek type games. So, and even on their own website, it doesn't list it. But it was an odd game. Wave forward games are really good platformers. Very nice platformers. I don't usually dig platformers too much, but that was a nice find myself. And then, of course, you have the indie box that does a lot of nice physical editions of PC games, too.
Yeah, but it's a dying market.
Yes, it is definitely, like I said, you have to know where to look or keep a good eye.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some, and I mean, some other companies do some physical versions that don't require Steam here and now. I can't remember one off the top of my head, but I know occasionally I see some that I'm just like, oh, it doesn't require Steam. Oh, they're usually sometimes they will games from Kickstarter and such.
That makes me think about what I saw on YouTube about GameStop. It isn't going very well with GameStop at the moment. And one argument is that physical copies are declining. They are selling less and less games. Another argument was that they just don't offer lots of. They offer such low prices on used games, and then ask a very high price when they want to
Yeah.
sell it.
I think the GameStop, what you hear from people,
Mhm.
that it's just ripping off your customers, and
Yeah,
it's bad.
GameStop is so bad on so many levels of everything.
and now with those Amazon passes, you get the games much cheaper than at GameStop anyway. If you want a physical copy.
Oh, actually, what's really funny here, Carter, is I'm assuming you're talking about the discount with Prime, right? Like the
Yeah,
20% off.
what I heard. Yeah.
GameStop actually did something to quote unquote counter that. Like I think it was 2 weeks ago. Get this. Okay, so first you have to be pro, whether you purchased or used points. Then you have to pay it $10 additional to get into the program, and it only lasts for about 3 months, and it has to be a full priced $59.99 game. It can't be anything lower or higher. And you get 10% $10 off every new game if it meets all that criteria.
Right. And
So
PlayStation 4 titles, how expensive are they in dollars?
PS4 titles and Xbox One titles, they'll, unless there's some kind of sale or something, when they come out, they're the same. So if they're $59.99 for full price game, or budget price $39.99 or $49.99, and sometimes occasionally $29.99, usually with like indie games that get physical editions of that.
Yeah. So new PlayStation 4, Xbox One games are $59.99.
Yeah, that is the normal max price. That is not a limited edition.
That's the same here, right?
Yeah,
Or 64.
65 euros.
Yeah.
Game Mania. I think Game Mania in Holland is as bad as GameStop in the USA is. They really they ask 65 euros for a PlayStation 4 game or Xbox One, which if you translate it to dollars, that should be $72, $73 for an Xbox.
For a game.
Yeah, yeah, they are really crazy, but they are not the craziest of all. I switched on my PlayStation 4 today, and I went to the PlayStation store, and they offered me to pre-order games. But now the PlayStation Store is asking 70 euros for new games. Persona 5, all the new PlayStation 4 titles, they are priced for 70 euros digital now. And I bought Persona 5. Yeah, and I bought Persona 5 a physical copy for 58 euros. So PlayStation, I don't know what PlayStation is doing here with their store, but they really lost their minds now for digital.
So wait. So 65 euros is your max new, but the PlayStation Store is selling them at 70 digital.
69.95 for a digital copy. At 69.90. So that's 70. Yeah.
It's basically 70.
Yeah, Game Mania is asking 65, and Netgame is asking 58.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah,
but I'm saying the 60. But I'm saying the 65 is what's a normal full price game in your area.
Around 60, 65.
Yeah, 60, 65. Yes.
So bizarre. Why would they sell it for more digitally? That doesn't make any sense.
But that's on Xbox. That's on PlayStation. They sell for more digital than they do for physical copies in stores.
Are they trying to profit off people that live in the boonies or something?
Yeah.
No, there's no boonies here. Everything is like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah, it's just such a small country. But yeah, it just blows my mind.
It's not fun.
No.
And if they would say like, okay, if you buy a digital on the PlayStation Store, it's like 45. I think no one would go to store.
Yeah.
Now I know why, like at least in America, why digital and physical, at least when they start out, are the same, and that's because of there being a physical edition. Basically, the problem in America with having a discount on the download version is that brick and mortar stores like Walmart, GameStop, and that are basically getting a pissy fit because it's like, oh, you're selling it for $20 cheaper on the digital store. Why we're selling it for $20 more because it being physical? No. That's why usually you don't see games that launch with both having a price difference, at least in America. Usually, if it's digital only, then that kind of thing exists more. But if there's a physical edition, they start at the same, and then discounts and deals and Black Friday and holidays and blah 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 and that.
Yeah, I think that it's still not reasonable, but it's reasonable, And
I'm just saying, I get the logic of why, because you got a marketplace that's going to be pissed off if you do that on another marketplace, because you're giving the competitors an advantage over them, so they'll obviously be pissed. But you see, in your situation where you're saying the digital store is selling it for more, what's like, why? Is there like some retarded law or something causing this?
No,
Like,
there's no laws here.
No. Just 21% tax, and that's the only law.
Oh, tax.
But they have to pay the same tax as a store, so there's no difference. The only good thing is, we can always buy at G2A. And
maybe I should ask Guru Larry about this. Maybe he knows what the hell. I mean, is somebody out there on the Ethernet knows why this is? I'm very interested. Please leave a comment. I want to know.
But if you play your cards right, you don't have to pay tax on G2A. But basically, you are not allowed to not pay taxes, of course. So I always select the 20% tax to increase the price of my game, as I should as a decent civilian, of course.
On G2A? No. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Yeah, when I click and I add the taxes, I see the new price and think, oh my god, no, no, thank you.
Yes, we live in the Cayman.
Yeah. Yeah, outside of Europe. Yeah, I'm outside of Europe.
Brazil, no tax. Yeah, funny.
So sometimes it's just weird because then you buy without tax, and sometimes the games are as expensive as you can buy them in the store. So this is really something wrong there. But if a game is a couple of years old or has been released a year old, then the prices are quite interesting on GTA 2A. But it's basically a PC key selling site. Yeah, there's not much digital PlayStation 4 material there. Eh? I did check, but it's all PCs for Steam and Ubisoft, and Origin.
There's Xbox One on G2A, Kingwin and stuff. Xbox One is also with games represented, but they are also doing the Windows Store. So if you buy a digital copy, you can play it on Xbox One and on PC.
Yeah.
Like Forza, Halo, stuff like that. So which that's I think is really awesome because you can actually, play the game everywhere. So you can decide if you play it on the Xbox or on Steam. So that's or Windows stuff, Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's Windows Store only. I don't think that's associated with Steam, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, but there's also rumors that the games will be available on Steam and stuff. So we'll see.
That would be a smart move, in my opinion, for them. For people who play both PC and at least the Xbox side of the console, that would be a very nice advantage.
Yeah, you have to buy the digital Xbox copy to get the PC version.
Yeah.
But still, you're getting two versions of it. So if you don't mind digital, it's a pretty neat thing. And if you're on the PC side of things, I mean, it's pretty hard to not have to accept digital if you're PC only or big portion PC.
And it adds another reason why I do not need an Xbox One. Some people
Yeah, for me, it hasn't had much interest.
No.
Every chance it gets to try the game is not like Dead Rising 3 was its first opportunity to get me excited for it, casualize the game, and then Dead Rising 4, it's like, oh, maybe they'll actually take the criticism everyone had with 3 and bring back a lot of stuff they screwed up, but no, they made it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And destroyed the storyline of the first game. So it's like, well, I think that might have been the last opportunity to get brand new. I guess it's time to get used.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a Lost Odyssey. It doesn't have a Blue Dragon. It doesn't have all those.
Yeah, probably the only other chance was probably that game Platinum was making. What was it again? They canceled it.
Scalebound?
Yeah. That probably had a good chance of getting me interested, but they canceled it.
Yeah. I'm afraid it was just running at 15 frames a second. They couldn't make it perform on the Xbox One. I think. I think they wanted too much graphic fidelity out of the Xbox.
Yeah,
Then Oh, go ahead.
No, I still don't know why people buy consoles though. If they all would just release their own game store.
Well, for me, now I play on everything, just to throw that out there. But the two reasons I buy console things is one, and I do agree that I don't have a problem with games being on more stuff. I'm not somebody that's like, oh no, it needs to remain exclusive on this platform only. You can't have it or that. So I think it's good for games to be on other stuff. I've actually been excited about a lot of Japanese games being on Steam.
Yeah.
It's nice to
That's
see.
really, really good to see though.
Yep.
More and more are coming out on Steam. That's really cool.
Yeah, and besides the point, a little remark this weekend is there's all kinds of JRPG sales on Steam. But go ahead, Atticus.
Yeah. But one reason is because something may be exclusive, like Bloodborne. I'm a big Souls player. I love the Souls games, and Bloodborne's exclusive on PS4, and that is why I got PS4, because of Bloodborne. That was the game that got me to throw the money down for it. And I do enjoy my PS4, but yeah, obviously, if you have the money, a PC can outperform it, obviously. But the only other reason, this is the bigger reason why I usually prefer console stuff, though I do. See, I like GOG. Like I'm a DRM free nut. I don't like shit like EA does with DRM. Like the DRM they had in Spore killed one of my PCs, and it fucked it up. It's I don't like DRM. I don't. Like, if Steam only had, like, its normal Steam DRM, I probably wouldn't care, but they let, EA and shit, like, layer in whatever extra crap they want in there. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that stuff, and that's disencourages me. So I pretty much stayed the Humble Bundle and GOG when it comes to PC stuff, or really old PC games.
Yeah, but still, there's also games on Steam that are DRM free.
Yeah, so I do have some Steam games, not tons, but I do have some. Like I say, I'm not. I play on everything, but I just like being able to have the idea that I'll be able to play the game down the road if for some reason there was something happened, or like when games get removed. There's a number of digital games that became available and then get like a really good beat 'em up game if you like stuff like Streets of Rage, the Scott Pilgrim game. That got removed off everything. That was a really good side-scroll beat 'em up style game. It's gone. And because there was no DRM free version, it's gone. Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the consoles a little bit like Atticus for the exclusives. Then
pretty much that's one of the big reasons they keep living on.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's less and less exclusives every time.
yeah.
Destiny was console only. Now it's coming to PC.
Hmm.
Dark Souls was one of the games that was only on consoles. Now it's
Well,
the same day
Demon
on
Souls
PC.
was exclusive. Dark Souls, all 3 Dark Souls games, all on PC. Demon Souls.
Dark Souls 1 was a year delayed on
Oh
PC.
yes, it launched originally on console and then
But
it got a.
Dark Souls 2 and 3 were both, first day released on Steam, and that's
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
yeah, that's accurate.
yeah. So Xbox One is for me a no-no. The exclusives that they have are not interesting. At this moment, the Switch is. Why should I buy a Switch which is very very expensive, to my opinion, with all the accessories
Alone
you have to
hard to
buy?
fucking get it.
And Zelda is really it really sounds like a good game, I hear so much positive about that Zelda game, but I don't like that paintball shoot game. What's it
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
Splatoon.
Splatoon, yeah.
Splatoon. I'm not into Splatoon or Mario. So why should I buy a Switch just to play Zelda? It's a bit too that's too little amount of
Yeah, but
exclusives.
then again, you know, as do I, that they have like a deal with Atlas. And
Oh, I
looking at,
hope not.
they have a deal with Atlas, and
Please no, please no. I
and
don't
looking
want.
looking at the Square Enix stuff like that, and looking at the releases that are out on the DS or a 3DS, whatever. There's loads of really awesome
Yeah,
RPGs.
if you compare it to the 3DS, I totally agree. But if you compare it to the Wii U, it's just in which direction is this console going? Is it going into the 3DS direction with tons of good RPG games, or is it going the Wii U direction, which only basically has Xenoblade Chronicles and
No, I think that the developers now for those E3 and games, I think they'll show up on the Switch sooner than later, or they'll be released for 3D and Switch or something. But I reckon those games will be available soon.
I hope it's going
And
into
playing those games on that resolution,
yeah, it's a handheld that, to my opinion, the 3DS, 3DS is a great system, but the resolution of the 3DS, if you compare it to the PlayStation Vita, is a joke. And now the Switch, the resolution 720p, 6-inch screen for a handheld, is awesome. If it's going the 3DS route, then it will be a sure buy for me. But if it's going the
if
route
I
of
would buy it, I would use it as a handheld and not
Mhm.
console for TV.
Yeah,
Maybe just for fun if you're home, but
yeah,
my main thing will be, keep it on the go.
yeah, and then you have a really really good powerful handheld,
Yeah.
to my opinion. Because it's such a shame that the Vita got killed so
Oh yeah,
early.
I mean Willie, and I know I say it all the time. The Vita, if you're not interested in Japanese games, it's dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, not to wheel off topic, you never limited one games, right, Carter?
Yeah,
I
you.
talked about them a few times.
Mhm.
They got their hands on the whites to make a physical version of a Japanese RPG on the Vita.
With English subtitles, I hope.
It was released digitally in America already, only digitally. So they're actually getting the rights to make a physical version. So I'll get a link here. But yeah, as far as I know, it was already available digitally. So I was actually really excited to hear that. It's really nice to hear them reaching a lot of other companies. Plus the last releases, which none of them were RPGs, but the last 3 releases they did were all Japanese indie games. So Again, it's nice to see them reaching out to other people too. But as far as I know, that's all at least digitally.
Mm-hmm. Ray
So-
Giant. No, Ray. How do you? It's not giant, but gigant. Gigant. Ray Gigant.
You're asking the guy who usually can't pronounce jack shit without listening to someone else say it for us.
That it's not giant, but no clue how to pronounce this.
That
Poison?
is why I don't try.
Help, Poison! Help! Help!
What game? Sorry.
The link.
I linked in Discord.
Ray
Where is Discord?
Gigant.
Ray Gigant? Gigant?
Gigant. I think that's yeah. I'll go with that.
Yeah, it
Yay.
came out
Gigant.
last year in America, 15 in Japan, and apparently it's on Microsoft Windows. According to the Wikipedia page, at least.
Never heard of it.
It was published by Bandai in Japan also.
Bandai is a good company.
Developer is called Experience. They don't have a wiki page, so I'm assuming they do not have a lot of their games in English, I'm assuming.
Oh, I really gotta buy that import. The Nonary games for the Vita. I still have to buy it. It's as well an only USA release by Access Games on the Vita.
Oh, aren't you just going to get the Steam version?
No. These are
Real-
games that are.
He's a traitor. Burn him! He's a heretic!
No. You
He's
gotta
a
play
console
that.
peasant. Burn him!
Gotta play them on the Vita, especially 999 on the Vita, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, 999 got a upgrade. I'm not sure if they did much with the second one, but I know the first one was getting new profile images and things. I haven't looked at it, actually. It's out now, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Here it is, 45 euros. The Access import version.
Well, I'm not sure what. I know there's a shop. A lot of times you say, sometimes you check
Yeah, that's the
for.
one. Netgame. They are selling the imports for Vitas. And
That's good then. Well,
yeah.
then should be easy to get your hands on then.
Yeah, the hard part is the price. I decided this month on Andromeda and the Persona 5, of course. So it's gotta wait. It's gotta wait. And yeah, yesterday evening I got a mail from Netgame that they sent a physical copy of Persona 5 to me, and 5 days before release. And today, indeed, it was in the mail, and so
Yeah, why did you get that early?
I don't know. When they receive a game before release, they are just sending it to the people who pre-ordered the game. No matter the release date, they just if they get it.
So
a week
they just got early and they have no ethics to keep a hold of it.
Nope. They think the consumer is more important than. So, but I don't mind.
I guess stores don't worry about street dates very much over there. I guess.
Well,
In America, that kind of stuff gets your store banned from getting shit like that. It's like, yeah, you're not selling on limited editions now.
I can guarantee that Game Mania is waiting until the 4th, but Netgame somehow, yeah. So I played 2 hours now today, and after this podcast, I'm sure going to continue. And
mine's supposed to arrive on Tuesday.
Yeah, we can talk about it on Tuesday. I'm trying to compare some stuff with what I liked about 3 and 4, but I can better not talk about it now. It's better to wait when you have played the game yourself a little bit. So So you won't hear the positive and the negative thoughts I have so far. But I'm just 2 hours in, so still a lot has to happen. But yeah, Persona games, they are. The first dungeon is awesome, and that's the gameplay. But that's what keeps me playing the Persona games is the turn-based system and the dungeons, and they look interesting. So yeah, having a good time so far.
Cool.
That's good. Yeah, I haven't watched anything related to it, so I don't I don't know of any of the stuff in it yet.
That's what I always do as well, especially for games like this. Just don't watch anything. I heard somebody say some scores for reviews, and they were all. I only heard scores, and they were all like 8.5 and 9s. So that's the only thing I heard. Like you, I don't want to know anything about the story, or I don't even want to see pictures or CGIs. No. It's best to have the experience for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I hate about those scores is sometimes you see people like played 0.2 hours in 9 out of 10. It's an awesome game. Like yes.
See, that's why like I have a high ethics of when I review something on my channel that I really very rarely ever make an exception that to not beat it and review. Like if I don't beat it, I don't feel like at least the main story. I don't feel like I know enough to properly give it a review of the product because that's like it's like nibbling on the crust of a pizza and then review the whole pizza.
Yeah. No, but then again, if you have like 20 hours into a game, I can say you can at least have an opinion about the game.
Yeah.
You see, that kind of thing depends. Like, say, with Persona, that I would disagree with Persona because you don't know the full context of the story. So you don't know whether the story ultimately is good or not to you at the end because you're not there. But in something that's like, let's see, like Galaga, where it has no story and the gameplay just ramps up more in difficulty, something like that I could understand playing a limited amount of time and doing a review on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 20 hours, if even in Persona.
It gives you an idea,
Yeah,
but
you have an idea of what the combat system is.
that's why I would consider it more of an impression than a review, but that's just me nitpicking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a good impression about what the game has to offer. That's true. So let's see the list again. Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
Man.
Really looking forward to the game. Really looking forward to the game.
Are you subscribed to that Larian channel? They release an update every week about.
I never subscribe, but I just keep myself updated.
Yeah, have you seen
I think I have their Twitter or something. So.
Have you seen their latest video from 3 days ago?
With the big patch, the update.
Yeah, they talked about the summoner, the new summoner class.
Yeah,
yeah. Wow, wow, man, this game is going to be
balls to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. I really. How to say? Thank God there are companies like Guerrilla Games and Larian, and there are more, but these two just come into mind now.
Grinding Gear Games.
Yeah, man.
What's the other one? The Grim Dawn for independent developers.
Yeah, they
and
do their
they're
own
making
thing.
it. The classic games, awesome.
Yeah.
Really like it.
Yeah. So.
I still have to play the first one.
The first one, the first the first 15 hours they are so dragging and slow. And
the first 15 hours you're in the same city talking to everybody.
Yeah, that's really a bad decision. But I think they surely have corrected that with 2.
If you like story though, it's really awesome because there's really a story in the game.
Yeah.
And with the update that everything is voiced.
Yeah. but you want to make money to buy all the spell books as soon as you can. So you go in every building, stealing all the paintings, especially the paintings. But it's I would have loved 3 hours in the town and then 3 hours in the field and then 3 hours
Yeah.
in more like smaller towns and in the story a small town and then battle and then you go to the next small town. But this was too much in the starting city. But I think they surely corrected that in 2. I think they
Yeah,
did.
the pace is, I think, a bit faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
For this game, I'm still thinking of getting it pre-release, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you only get the first chapter. And,
Yeah, but when they release the second, you get the second.
Oh, I think no, I don't think so. You get your first chapter until they going to fully release the game. You're not going to get the second chapter before the full release.
Yeah, but then still, you're pretty much probably geared to the teeth for
Yeah, but
just
keeping track with all the updates is quite fun as well.
yeah,
And now with the new classes, and then you replay that first chapter with a summoner. Or
yeah,
what was the other guy with totems? Shaman?
shaman. Yeah,
Yeah, Shaman. Yeah, man. So yeah, thumbs up, and I really appreciate they making those update videos.
yeah,
The style which they make it is awesome. That Belgian dude is really cool. I think he's a funny guy, and he really knows how to bring it's a kind of appreciation to your customers, and
yeah.
that's what I like. So thumbs up for
Yeah.
Divinity. Well, Destiny 2, I think we said enough
Discuss
about
it
yeah.
at the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah, the trailer
I'm still looking forward to play a Destiny game because if there's one console I will never buy, it's an Xbox.
Nope.
So I would prefer
Oh,
PlayStation.
it's
So.
totally not even worth buying a system for. Unless Destiny 2 is some godlike work miracle, I don't imagine it being the same either.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait it out as well. The trailer didn't review anything. There's going to be a new video May the 16th, and then they are going to show some gameplay. So
Honestly, I
Yeah.
don't think anyone should trust any videos until the game is out and being played by actual people.
yeah,
I mean, there's all the stuff for the original Destiny. There's so much stuff in there that's not in the game. There's even cutscenes with NPC characters in places that they never even appear in the actual game, and that has a lot to do with the story was completely changed tinfoil hat
Yeah.
drama thing that happened with Destiny 1. But I wouldn't personally trust any material they put out until the game is actually out and you see actual gameplay of it versus the safe in-house stuff they put together.
yeah. This trailer was more like it doesn't show anything. It's more just to release the release date and to make the PC
Yeah.
community a little bit happy that we finally, if you want to play it, we can give it a try without paying a monthly subscription. So that's cool as well.
Don't worry, Carter. I'm sure they'll think of some unique thing for you all to subscribe to. Our new +1 plus Guardian service. $50 a year.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Steam is going to try something like that in the future as well. It would not surprise me, but
To do what?
like PlayStation Plus, you have to pay a monthly subscription.
I don't think they will because what Steam does is they're a platform that sells games. It's really a store, but they get like I think 21% of the sale price or something, or 23%.
Well, don't they host some game servers though?
Yeah, they do, and they took some servers that were down.
Yeah.
And as for the current thing, I'd say I'm more in the middle. I'd say if I was a big Steam user, I would be so scared when Gabe Newell either steps down or dies.
Why?
Because then whoever fulfills his shoes could be a greedy fucking asshole, or could just be as nice. I mean, just imagine if somebody who
if
runs like
someone-
Ubisoft took over.
If someone makes a service like that, nobody will probably play. And game developers might even go, Kickstarter and use their own server. So, and it's still, most of the games use their own servers. Look, Battlefield games, Path of Exile,
Yep.
Even Larian, I think is still doing LAN or some, or their servers. So
Yep.
I'm not seeing any subscription-based stuff going on.
But that's the same on the PlayStation 4. All those major games, those servers are not hosted by Sony. Or,
Yeah, and that's the retard thing, and
yeah.
people paying it, but that's like
Yeah.
what I mean with the retard console people. Sorry for saying it, but as long as they keep,
There you have it.
as long as they keep buying and they keep selling,
Yeah. It adds so much to the cost of your console. It's maybe only $5 a month, but in a year that's $60. So
If they make the console like €100 or $100, and with that subscription a month, then okay, I can understand it.
yeah.
Otherwise, hell no.
Yeah, the beneficial thing for me is because of my Amazon Prime. When I do no Wush, I get free digital credit, and then I just use the digital credit for Plus.
Oh, it's a solution. You're still paying for it, but it's a solution.
Yeah, but I don't usually like digital shit anyway, so it's something to do with it. Because I'm not gonna really buy like digital PlayStation games.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're free, which I mean, there's the PlayStation Plus ones, but that's only as long as I'm Plus, and I don't usually really bother with those too much. Occasionally, like Rocket League, I played some of, but I don't know. I just don't get too interested in digital stuff myself. But I mean, it's something I can do with it because I mean, otherwise I wouldn't do much because it obviously has to be something Amazon's selling, and it's going to basically be a Steam or PlayStation or Xbox thing, which will, for the most part, usually blocked by something, especially on console. I don't know why anyone buys digital console shit. I mean, I know I rant and wave about stuff on PC, but it even seems more stupid to me to buy digital shit on a console, but unless it's just digital only, then I could understand that because the company's, doing a cheap route. But I mean, if you have a physical version, I don't see why you would care to do digital. But
Yeah.
But
it started with the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah,
it started with the original Xbox.
Yeah,
is where it started.
They were Microsoft started
wasn't
it all. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Windows Live. See where that ended.
Oh my God, that was horrible. But yeah, when you bought an Xbox or a PlayStation, the PlayStation 3 was free those days.
Yes.
And the Xbox 360 you had to pay a month.
Plus was only a service on 3. It was not a requirement.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, but I can connect it to my friends on the PlayStation 3 without paying anything, and I could not do that with the 360. So is anybody surprised now the Switch Nintendo is going this route as well?
Yeah, they're so desperate for money, Carter. They gotta grab it from the YouTube videos, from the customers.
That Nintendo even have the balls with their bad games and their, with the Wii U, that they have the balls to actually go for paid stuff. It's beyond reach,
Yeah. Well, Nintendo has never had decent online service. On the original Wii and the DS, it was pretty laggy and horrible. I barely played any online stuff on the Wii U. Splatoon was pretty much the only thing I ever played online on the Wii U. So unless they're offering some really kick-ass service, I think it'd be horrible because they have no track record of any good online service. Like all the friend zone type stuff has always been a mess. Here's a friend code and here's a safety code and here's so you can't be some creepy stalker code and all kinds of weird shit. You can't
and
just simply add.
if you buy things digital on Nintendo, you know, and you buy gone because
Well, it's awful on it because you can't carry it over to anything. And on the, I think they fixed it on the Wii U, but on the original Wii, basically, if your console died, you lost everything.
Yeah.
You don't get like, hey, Nintendo, I got a new system. Can I get all my shit? No, buy it all.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, and now it's cell phone based as well, so I'm gonna wonder how that ends.
They should make look at Steam. You know, you can even share it on 3 PCs.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I have. My dad likes to play games as well, and so we do that kind of sharing. You know, I buy some games and he just puts Steam into offline mode, and then he can play all the games that I have in my Steam collection. You know, so that's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
But the downside is I'm not an owner of any game in Steam. All those games are owned by Steam themselves, and I just got a license to play them, and that's really a downside.
I don't think so. I think Steam is a store, and as long as you buy the game, it's yours to play.
Yeah, it's yours to play, but you are not the owner.
Until they change the rules or somebody takes over Gabe's job and decides, you know, I don't like how Steam runs. I think we need more microtransactions and internet paying services like Plus and that. And I think we need to be buddies with Ubisoft.
Well, if the platform Steam is okay, I think as
it's
a gaming
the best platform out there for gaming.
It is. It truly is.
I'm just saying, you never know when somebody becomes the next person in charge and decides to throw everything through a loop because you don't have any willpower to stop them from changing the rules. No. The only thing you can do is basically stop paying for anything.
Yeah, like I said, it would not surprise me if they come with Steam Plus. That you only can play online games.
That's why I say when Gabe Newell's gone for whatever reason, whether retirement, I'd say I'd be kind of concerned if I was a big Steam owner. If I had like hundreds of games at Steam, I have only like 2 digits of Steam games. I think I have like maybe 15 or 16 or something that I don't have tons and tons, but. Yeah, if I was somebody with like 500 games, I'd probably be kind of sweating if Gabe Newell went away and some random guy I didn't know came up with that.
Yeah, I don't know why people would have that many games on Steam.
Well, I would assume it's because even though I have my criticisms, I mean, there's no denying you can get some really good deals during sales. I mean, there's tons of times where this shit for like 10 cents.
Yeah. The deals.
I mean, like on GOG, I have hundreds of games on GOG. Let me go look there. And the same thing. And to be fair, the same thing can apply to GOG. Somebody could take over and decide to fuck all the rules and things. But on GOG, I can back up my DRM free games.
Yeah, you can just download them, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have 372 games on GOG. So I have a lot there. But not on Steam.
I have one on GOG. One. And that's
wait. Let me take a guess.
Yeah.
It's Fallout.
No.
Damn, I guessed that because it was free on 2 occasions. Damn it.
No, it was Witcher 3 because the physical copy you had to install GOG to play The Witcher 3. Yeah, I don't like... It's of course it's better because it doesn't have the DRM bullshit, but I don't like the platform. All my friends are on, and that's the the power.
I think
of
that's what they
Steam.
were trying to do with GOG Galaxy. I think they're
Yeah, they
trying to
tried.
mimic Steam's
Yeah,
kind of community aspect.
yeah.
Because you don't have, before the Galaxy thing, you didn't have that really, aside from going to the Bailey community forums thing, which is kind of limited to talking.
Yeah, but for the community.
Yeah, what I liked about GOG is that they also, released all those Neverwinter Nights, stuff like that,
Yeah, which
Oh,
you
yeah,
cannot
you got
buy on
lots of-
Steam. Yeah.
Plus, GOG, as far as I'm aware of, through digital means, was the first store to actually have a refund system prior to Steam doing it. As far as I know, none of the other digital stores offered that.
No. At least I don't think Origin and Uplay offer that.
See, I think it was GOG first, and then Origin of all people did next, and then people were like, "Come on, EA's doing it, Gabe! What the fuck?
EA is doing a
EA?
refund policy?
It's like EA? What?"
I can't. Now you say I cannot believe it. That EA has a
I'm
refund
pretty-
policy? Okay, if you
I'm
say.
pretty sure they did something after GOG, and then lots of people started shitting on Steam for not having something, because it's like, I mean, you seriously know something's wrong when EA did something positive.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
I remember that so well. So many people just like, what the fuck, Gabe? And then Steam did something. Then I believe Ubisoft did something to that. So, but as far as I know, GOG was the first to do something, and GOG's is simple as far as I understand. If it doesn't work, you can return it. If there's something wrong, like you can't see anything, there's some kind of interface issue with that, whatever with that. If it's not working properly, you can return it. As far as I know, it has nothing to do with time. Unlike Steam, where it's a 2-hour thing.
Yeah.
So if you sat on a black screen trying to get a damn game to work for 2 hours, then well, I guess you're out of luck now.
Yeah, you're out of luck. Yeah, the only exception was, to some people say, was No Man's Sky. Some people got their money after quite
See,
a
I
few
kept
more
hearing
hours.
different things about that. Some people
I'm
claim they
AFK
did,
shoot.
and others say that was lies and that Steam
Yeah.
wouldn't give it to them.
Yeah, it's basically just rumors.
So I've never really seen a actual show like a receipt of I actually got my money back kind of thing with it. So I don't know if that's really true or just people just whispering a tale around and it's just traveled around in a circle and everyone's like, oh yeah, it must be true. But there certainly was a lot of people trying to get it for sure. And then and something else a lot of people have been trying to get returns with, what was it, ukulele? Yeah, there was a lot of people trying to get returns for that too. For a completely different reason though. Getting a money back on Kickstarter has been a very strange kind of thing. But it's good to see companies that offer at least something like that. I have to say it's sad that the consoles digital stores don't offer anything like that.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know why people buy digital shit on consoles.
I think they should be by law or something. I think everybody's entitled for.
But you see, the interesting thing that really kicked off all this shit is, and Steam was being pressured by pretty hardcore some law in the UK territories.
Yeah,
There's some
Europe,
kind of law,
EU.
or yeah, a law that had to do with guaranteeing a working product and shit for money. So,
Yep.
if the game's broken, it's breaking the law there. So they were basically pressuring Steam. They needed to do something. So it worked out that way. Yeah, kind of
That's
surprising
how
the
it's-
consoles haven't been forced to do something like that, though.
Yeah, but
Didn't PlayStation in Europe do a refund with Battlefield or something? Or another game?
If they did, I'm not aware of it. Well, if I was, I forgot. Nothing comes to mind. Don't know.
nope, me neither.
Don't know. Maybe somebody else may leave a comment. Maybe knows. I don't have too many friends in the EU area, so I don't usually get too much information from over there, aside from people like Google Larry and that.
So, anybody wants to add something about Horizon
Yeah,
Zero Dawn?
for
Oh, yeah.
for EU law, it's 14 days here that you can return by digital games.
Even PlayStation?
Yeah.
But if I play
Maybe that's just a unique thing that's only for EU users then.
But if I play the game
It's
for 20 hours, but it's still within 14 days,
let me see.
there has to be some limit.
14 days after transaction. Oh, it's before downloading.
Yeah, that was a trick.
Before downloading.
Yeah,
and
that was a...
pre-orders you can cancel until a day before release without any, losing money and stuff.
That sounds like such a bullshit thing, though, because you can download it and then it'd be broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have not downloaded, at least you still have the 14 days to reconsider. If you buy... No, I think if I buy something on the PlayStation Store, don't they automatically start the download? So you basically already screwed.
You can turn that off. You can turn that
Ah,
off.
Yeah, you can turn it off. I don't have that on.
Ah, cool.
I only have updates on auto, not anything I get through PSN.
Okay.
I mean, the only things I get through PSN are the Plus games and anything cheap-ass game or tweets that's free, which sometimes some DLC things for different games get listed for free occasionally. So it's like, yeah, sure.
Yep.
I get the game, there I go. I got so-and-so DLC for it. Can't complain about free.
No, never.
If I paid for it, it's a different. But if it's free, I can't say much about it.
On to the next one. Does anybody wants to say anything about Horizon Zero Dawn?
I haven't played it yet. I've watched my friend Pixie play it some. The world map looks incredibly huge, and combat does look interesting because it looks like you can be crafty and like he had like a where he could attach ropes to some of his bows so he could make like straight lines or attach them to the beasts and then to the ground to hold them in place or try and trip them and things. It looked interesting from what I saw. Don't know if it's my cup of tea of game, but I'm always willing to try something.
Yeah, it looks really promising for a game, and with I like open world in games. I like RPG, and I like third person, so it ticks most boxes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Plus,
it looks quite fun to do. Yeah.
Plus, Pixie told me that a lot of the characters you interact in with side quest stuff, as you complete their stuff, they become involved in the in-game part of the game. So that also sounds like an interesting aspect as opposed to like Elder Scrolls where it's like, well, I met 200 people I'll never ever see again.
Yeah.
To the next town.
They come back sometimes to help you somewhere else. Indeed, that's quite awesome. And the battle system is really cool. I totally agree with that. There are so many options how you can fight monsters or mechanical beasts, which is awesome. And it's quite the opposite of Witcher 3 in so many ways. The game it is. I think Witcher 3 has very very strong points in story and lore and the world, but the battle system was not my favorite, and Horizon is just completely opposite. I think the story is it's okay. It's okay story. It's quite good, but it's nothing like Witcher 3 to my opinion. But the battle system is great. And that most of the time in these kinds of games you are engaged in exploring or doing battles, and that's really where this game shines. I think they really delivered a great game, and it's deserving all the praise that it gets.
True. Yeah, I really can't tell. I've only seen the demos and some let's plays, but that's it. So yeah, but that, like, that it's, if I would buy a console, that's one of the games I would buy it for, with Bloodborne and other games. So.
Yeah, maybe Neo, but I think Neo is that game plays so fast, man. It's Dark Souls.
Yeah, just throw Neo out and get Neo instead.
Oh, Nier, then of course that's also on the list. Why I bought a PlayStation 4, but it's a bit on delay now. But I really have to check it out.
Buy it, buy it, buy it,
Yeah,
buy it.
I
It's
will.
also on PC. It's also on PC.
Indeed, but I've heard mixed things about PC. Biggest thing, and this actually, I heard this forced from somebody I was checking out today that Dan was subscribed to, because I ended up on his channel thing and I just randomly scrolled through people he was subscribed to. And there was a channel called Whether to Buy, I think it was called, or
Yeah.
Worth to Buy, or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Worth to buy. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he did a review on it. The first thing I saw was on his channel thing where it was like his greatest games of 2016, and there was a part where he was shitting on controllers. And just to throw it out there, I think there are advantages both to controller and a keyboard and mouse depending on the type of game you play. And I think this what I'm about to bring up is a good case for that. Where he shat on controllers being 100% inferior with absolutely no advantage of any way. But then when I looked through his video list, he did a review on the PC version of Neo Automated. So I looked at it, and he complained about the keyboard controls because of the different camera aspects you get in the Neo games. Since with the keyboard, you're using the AWSD keys for directional buttons, and you don't get the advantage of having better or easier access to angles like with the analog stick. So the top-down views, you get a disadvantage of directional aiming because of the keyboard control. That would be something where I would say you get a different advantage and disadvantage in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was kind of a hypocritical thing there that I thought was funny on there. But minus that, I heard some of the PC controls aren't very good, and most people recommend playing with a controller if you're on PC because of it.
Why on earth would you play a PlayStation or an Xbox port with a keyboard?
Don't know. Yeah. I usually play real-time strategy games and indie games or really old games on PC most of the time. So
I think I think we all three watch. That's Mac from Worth a Buy probably. He indeed made a video about Nier. And I think he's got a really good review. His style of reviewing a game is really. I totally agree with him so many times. Especially the part that shooters are all going X-ray vision. That's his word. And when he talks about it, for me, I totally agree. It's all X-ray vision, third-person view. So there's you can watch around the corner with your X-ray vision on. You see all the enemies on the minimap, and that's the way games are these days. And it used to be, and he makes the example of Half-Life 2. That's how shooters used to be. And he showcased Half-Life 2 a couple of weeks ago. And then you see the difference in how the games used to be and how they are
Yeah, or
becoming
the
now.
first Rainbow Six games.
Yeah, or the old Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Wow, man, like you said, it's the games are console console yeah, console games. And it's not to say something negative about consoles, but it's how the things are going, and yeah, we gotta live with it.
Why you need people that want the games more easy?
Yeah.
I basically blame people who either can't stand a challenge. Like something I always think is weird, like say the argument of Dark Souls needs an easy mode. The game's
Yeah, right.
design lets you make it an easy mode. You can overlevel. You can get access to shit that makes the game vastly easy. It lets you in the game itself make the game easier. It doesn't need a simple option that makes everything cut off 80% of their health because you selected a special mode thing. Like I find it like stuff like Dark Souls, Shovel Knight, that in the game itself you can make the game harder or easier by what you do much more interesting than ticking a box on easy, normal, and hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for
And really, Dark Souls isn't a hard game. You just need to, roll.
Yeah, I don't even consider the bad. Like, you want hard, go do like the true ending of Cave Story. You would know true hell then. It's like, I mean, it's a challenging game when compared to most modern games, but I would say most shit on the Super Nintendo and NES is so much freaking harder than any of the Souls games.
True. DuckTales.
And for me,
Yeah.
I know Poison does not agree, but for me, Dark Souls 3 is the most difficult one out of all.
Yeah, I totally
No.
don't agree. Don't agree.
Dark Souls 1 is really difficult.
I would say
But
Demon
that's
Souls and
because,
Dark Souls 1
yeah,
be the harder ones.
unforgiving. Dark Souls 2 was better, and Dark Souls 3 was like, I had no difficulty with the first few bosses, but that's probably also because you played Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 3 when I did videos on them. It's like, in a way, it's really hard for me to weight the difficulty because you could just excuse it for I'm overcautious because I'm used to the kind of things they do. So you mean like, is there going to be a boulder? Is there a death trap? Should I throw a prism stone down this hole and see whether I can actually live? Or I'm aware of things more versus back when I first played Demon Souls and never had any experience at all in any of it. So it makes it kind of hard to say whether is it really easier or is it just because I'm so used to it, it's easier for me. So it's tricky to say though. But I still don't think Dark Souls 3 is the hardest though.
Oh man, in the first area you'll get confronted already with those metal knights. I have no clue how they are called, but they fight like the pursuer does, man. They are as hard
What's
as a
funny?
pursuer. So
What's funny? You're talking about the ones before the first boss?
Yep. You got
Yeah,
one in the
see,
corridor.
those remind me of the knights in Demon Souls. There were blue and red-eye knights. The blue knights were normal, but red-eye knights were really hard to take down at a low level. But if you did, you got rewards for it. But they were usually
Yeah.
But you would usually, normal people would usually fight them like mid or late game, go back to the older areas where the Red-Eye Knights are in Demon Souls and be like, oh, this guy's blocking this NPC that has like this really cool-ass ancient armor and access to this demon sword thing I could use in the final boss. Cool. But, Yeah, I kind of felt like maybe that was a reference to that, but I could also just be looking too much into it.
Guys, I really need to go and walk the dogs, so I don't know if you'll be there when I get back. But they're just,
Yeah, I think we'll just continue for 20 more minutes, and you're back within 20.
of course, I'll be back in 20.
Okay, then
Yeah,
you
I'll
go walk
mute
the
my
dog.
mic and I'll be back. Yeah,
Yeah. See you later,
Okay.
mate.
see you soon.
Yes, for sure. So hasn't Ring of the City of Rings or Ring City not hasn't it been released yet?
As far as I know, it has been, or that, or a lot of people on YouTube have early access to it.
Yeah, the 28th it was, I think. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's out though.
So I'm quite surprised that Poison isn't playing Ring City yet.
Maybe he hasn't purchased it yet. Maybe.
Yeah, because
Don't know.
it's one of his favorite games. But now he's playing. What was the game again? Path of. Check. Friends. Path of Exile. Action RPG on the PC.
Isn't that a Diablo
Yep.
MMO clone on PC?
Absolutely, it's like
Yeah, I
Diablo
played some
2.
of that. It has like this insanely huge, like sphere grid kind of thing.
That's the one. Absolutely. And
Yeah, it was interesting, but I just didn't really get into it because, well, it'd probably be something I enjoy with friends.
he's now got 1,253 hours in Path of Exile.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man, that's Grim Dawn. He's got 1,100 hours in Grim Dawn, and that's quite amazing. And
Damn.
yeah, you really gotta
Ooh.
love a game to play it. So many
Ooh,
hours.
I just saw something I'm excited for on the Switch. Apparently, they're gonna have a Legend, well, not Legend, but the Mana series collection has the first, second, and third game on it.
They are going
That's
to
something.
they are going to rehash lots of old games, right? At least
Well,
they are.
they look like they're all original. The
Mhm.
original Game Boy, Super Nintendo. The
Yeah.
first one was on the Game Boy, and 2 and 3 were on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I really like the third game. It's a really good game. Very beautiful looking game. It's such a shame America never got the damn thing. See, like a lot of people in America are huge fans of Secret of Mana 2. I don't know. I just never liked the graphics. Like as a game, it's fun, but the graphic style always looked weird to me. Third game had beautiful looking sprites, though.
So now they are going to bring 1, 2, and 3.
Well, what I'm seeing is a Japanese version. I don't know if it even has a American version planned. America did get the first and second game, but we did not get the third game. And the first game came to America as Final Fantasy Adventure. It was retitled. Though to be fair, in Japan it's called Final Fantasy Gaiden Secret of Mana, depending on how you translate the end part of it. And to be honest, weirdly enough, the first game, you have that, you have a Game Boy Advance remake of it, and it also has some mobile ports and shit. And then I think there was also a Vita port of based on one of the mobile versions or something. But I always liked the music from the original Game Boy game for some reason. Like I hate all the GBA versions of the theme music for some reason. Like the final boss theme sounds so much awesomer on the original Game Boy than the GBA for some reason.
Oh.
So odd.
Yeah, because GBA should be able to give a little bit better audio fidelity than.
I just don't like how they mixed it, I guess you could say. I don't know. It just sounded more epic on the original Game Boy's version. But that's not necessarily something to go one buy a Switch. If I end up with a Switch, that would be something I'd be excited to get for it, but not to buy a Switch.
Yeah.
Cover art looks gorgeous. if it does come in America, they better keep that. I don't know what'll make me interested in buying a Switch.
No.
I bought the Wii U, felt like I got boned. Oh, looks like Square Enix is going to have a game on it, too. I don't even want to even try to pronounce that. What kind of game is this? Yeah, it looks like it's some kind of Tales kind of RPG. This is what the combat looks like. Probably not coming to America. I'll link it to you. But, I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting a Switch. It's just kind of like the Xbox One, where this not really much. Like Splatoon 2 is like the only thing I'd be really interested in, because I did like Splatoon 1. It's actually an enjoyable game, but without its multiplayer, it's a lot less content. It does have a single player storyline, but you don't get access to all the guns and things. So it's
Looks kind of good. What's that game called?
I don't even want to try to pronounce it.
At least
E-
it looks decent.
Iquine to Yoko no Setsasun. I probably just stab me now,
Yeah.
Japanese fans.
Let's
Just
make
stab
it
me now.
Setsuna. That's
Just kill me now.
looks good. Looks nice. It's
Has a nice cover art too.
it's a little bit handheld kind of game.
Well, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it the last time we talked, where I felt like the Switch, that was on purpose designed for the Japanese audience. Because mobile stuff is very popular in Japan because of the work life.
Yeah.
So it's like, we need to make our new console handheld so it interests these people on Tokyo trains. Give sweet cut that mobile pie.
Yeah, and what was that company? Konami, who went digital or mobile as well. And of course those fruit machines, how do they call them? Pachinko. Konami Pachinko
Well,
machines.
Konami's supposedly going to make some games again
Oh.
outside of the Metal Gear Survival thing. They said they got actually they released one on the Switch. Actually, they will. It was something that surprised everyone. They released a new Bomberman
Yeah, I heard about it. And
because they bought out Hudson Soft a long time ago during the Nintendo Wii. They bought out Hudson Soft and basically own everything they did. So that one surprised a lot of people because they basically did virtually nothing with any fucking thing that they owned from Hudson Soft, really.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because Hudson Soft has a lot of nice arcade and old franchises, and they have done virtually nothing with them. It's a cat attack in the background. Went away! Oh no, I got him! Carter!
Yeah,
I'll call the police now!
I'm catching him already. Hey, wanna say something? He doesn't understand English. Wil je wat zeggen? Hey. Hey, zeg eens wat. Alright.
I will not talk for you, filthy human!
No, they
You
are
will
really,
feed me!
really cat-like. They do only the thing they like.
You will feed me.
So, one more topic. Nier.
Neo is awesome. Buy it for full price now, or you were born in hell,
Yeah.
or whatever version of your religion hell is. Do it now.
A used copy for €10. Is that okay?
You were born in hell forever.
I was afraid of that. Yeah,
The things they would do to you would weight this stream to the highest weighting of mature audience of absurdity that would have to be thrown into the fire like some book burning.
It's just these last 2 months there were so many good games being released. It's
Yeah, there has been quite a few really excellent games recently.
yeah,
That is a very fair point.
but I'm afraid that after this it's gonna dry a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have our drought heal for
Yeah.
a few months until it gets close to the holidays again.
Yeah. So,
Hello.
hey, welcome back, man.
Hey.
We got Invader!
Yeah.
Arm
Oh,
yourselves!
Gang
Dutch
bang.
invaders.
Arm yourselves!
Yeah. But I'm in the blue covenant, so we're gonna be okay.
Dark Souls 3 still.
No,
I
we
built
switched.
some of the extra person heal.
I think we switched to the last subject, which is Nier, and we were just touching or starting to talk about Nier.
Near, yeah.
I am really excited to make videos about the new Neo game. I already have several ideas. I want to do a video just specifically comparing the ultimate ending of both the original game and that one, how I feel they compare together. There was a lot of interesting plot-related things to Drakengard 1 in Automated that are incredibly easy to overlook. And I really want to talk about that also in a video. It relates to do you know anything about Drakengard?
Not me.
Okay, the Drakengard games, at least 1 and 2, heavily deal with a cult called the Watchers. And there is a lot of interesting references to the Watchers in Automated that really make me wonder whether they're just Easter eggs or whether they're actually trying to hint at something. And then there's also a lot of little, there is a mention of a character from Drakengard 3 in Automated. Just a mention, just one dialogue mention, and there's so many theories and shit I'd like to do videos about that's just unreal. Just how much I want to talk about shit. It's all spoilers.
Yeah, that's the hard part about talking about.
Spoilers are awesome.
I really like the ending, though. I wish I could talk about it here, but I would ruin it for everyone, though.
Yeah, that
So-
would be really a game ruiner.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend going for E ending. Don't be satisfied with C or D. Go for E. Go for all. Do them all. Do them all. I also I do have a lot of nice compliments though for the game over the original game. Like with the original game, you basically had to replay the second half of the game twice
Yeah.
extra. So you did one full playthrough and then 2 additional playthroughs of the second half of the game. In this one, you play to a midpoint, then you play another character to that midpoint, and then you continue from that midpoint, swapping between characters to the conclusion, then play the conclusion a few times for the other endings out of the main endings. They're all like 26 endings, 5 are wheel endings, and the rest are all just wheel gag joke endings. But for the main endings, they made it a lot easier and a lot nicer designed, where you didn't feel like you were just completely replaying the whole game. Because in even the second playthrough of the first part of the game, you are literally from someone else's perspective, seeing multiple events from a completely different point of view. And it's a lot shorter too, because the other character you play as is more of an info hacker kind of character. So at certain parts of the original play you did, he was more in the background, so you get to see what he was doing during those events. So it's ultimately a lot shorter too when you play his path, and then you get to the midpoint to play the rest of it and that. So it doesn't feel as repeaty as Neo 1 did in that regard. Plus, it gives you a chapter select system once you officially beat the actual ending once. So you can just literally go to the final boss fight instead of fighting the whole final area to experience the alternate endings.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I think in that regard, it's very nicely designed. Because in the first Neo, you'd had to play the second half of the game, kill all those bosses and everything, get all the way to the end, and then make your choice and do it again.
Yeah.
So
I really forgot so much about the first Nier. I only remember the the, the,
Yep.
the lady at the fountain in the first village. That was an
Oh,
awesome.
you'll actually be happy to know there's references to lots of things in Neo. There's pretty much references to everything, Drakengard and Neo. But obviously, being a direct sequel to Neo, there's a lot more references to Neo. But there was some obscure shit for just about everything, though. But to be fair, you have to probably get to about the midpoint before a lot of the Neo stuff starts popping out. But it's really good. I'd say one of the criticisms I would give the game is I feel like the weapon system. I mean, the combat and everything's good. It's just Drakengard games. Neo had a lot of different weapons, and I don't feel like there's as many weapons or variety in automated. It just feels like it's a lot less. It kind of feels like Bloodborne after playing Dark Souls. It's like, okay, they feel a lot more balanced, but there's just not as many.
Yeah.
And similar to Dark Souls, the weapons in Drakengard and Neo have additional lore attached to them as you upgrade them. So that's a little bit negative to me in that regard. But the weapons do offer a few different play styles, but you basically have regular swords, large swords, spears, and hand-to-hand combat. So they kind of knock down. To be fair, though, the original Neo also knocked down to fewer types of weapons. Where Drakengard games had all kinds of fucking shit, staves and wands and just everything under the sun. Hammers.
Yeah. What I just noticed that more and more games are coming to PC in that kind of range, like Tales of and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I never played. I've never played a Nier game, but now it's on PC. It's on my list to play. Or get or
Yeah,
play.
like I said, I always I'm excited when games reach more people. I see that as a good thing because the more fans there are for a game, the more likely the game will get more stuff, new games, new content, new sequel, and stuff like that. More fans means more good things. I would like to hope.
Yeah, and I don't believe in exclusive stuff, and PC is an audience too.
Yeah.
But you still have a PlayStation 3, don't you, Poison?
No, I saw it. The only thing I sold my PlayStation 3. I still have my old consoles, like the 8-bit Nintendo and stuff,
Yeah.
Saturn, but I don't have like any from Xbox One, PlayStation 2 and up. I don't have anything. No. Yeah, the 3DS, but
Yeah.
that's just because I wanted to play Xenoblade Chronicles on my on the go.
On a handheld.
Yeah, it's just
amazing.
Whoa! Yeah, it's amazing. It's fun.
Yeah, I have wondered what that's like on the 3DS. I mean,
It
it has a
looks
lot
really
of has a lot more content I know on it,
Yeah.
but I was just kind of like, I don't know if I'd like it on the 3DS.
The 3D, by the way, I have it still on my Wii, but the 3D in the game, it's really, really, really cool.
And sadly, I can't enjoy the 3D very much. It gives me headaches, sadly.
Oh, I don't know. This one, the 3DS does a really good job in 3D, I think.
Well, I'm just saying, I
Especially-
check them out occasionally. Like, I'll check it out to see what some stuff might look like in it and be like, ooh, nice. But I can't, like, do it for multiple hours. It just hurts my head.
Oh, you mean the 3D setting on the 3DS?
Yeah.
I got, after 2 minutes, my eyes start to hurt. Really hurt. And so,
Yeah, but do you have the old one or the new 3DS?
I have an XL, but
Yeah.
I don't have the new 3DS, so
Because
I
the
can't
new
even play
is
it.
on the old version, the one with not with the one analog stick. I get headaches, and with the new one, the field of view is improved by like 80% or something. So it's less stressing on the eye, and it really works for me.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's not really worth buying the new one since Xenoblade Chronicles is the only physical game still, as far as I'm aware of, for the new 3DS, and there's like 5 digital games that only work on it. So it still seems like a weird purchase to spend hundreds of dollars for, where you hardly get any new content.
Yeah, but if you do not have a 3DS already,
Yeah, if you
then
don't
it's
have one, then yeah, totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It
many
just-
many RPGs like Zelda, Monster Hunter, stuff like that are also with the extra analog stick. It just works, you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah. For
but
Monster Hunter,
with the
it's
old
really
ones, you can get the Pro thing though. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like you don't have a way to fix that. Though you could argue the comfortability, because with that you're attaching another piece of plastic, and I'm sure the new 3DS is probably vastly more comfortable to hold than.
No, I still don't like the analog stick. I preferred the expansion thingy for the old one because
Oh,
it's
really?
placed in it. Yeah, it's not. It's just like a nipple. It's not even an analog stick. So it works, but it's not even. I would prefer just analog sticks. But
yes, I
So
understand.
he's just arguing my case for me at this point.
Mhm.
no, but it still works really well. So
Oh, I'm just
it's
joking.
no. It's I agree and I disagree. Because I have the same point. I just like, you have it. Why don't you make it bigger? It's yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
sad.
now that I think about it, I think I did try one of the new 3DSs when the Majora Mask came out at a GameStop. Now that I think about it, I just fiddled like maybe 10 seconds with it. It's just a little wobble piece, right?
It's
Where it's more like it's feeling the pressure you're pushing on it versus
yeah.
actually moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually did try a new 3DS actually, just not very long. Yeah, I just for someone who already has a 3DS, I don't even. I'm surprised the thing sold so well, considering aside from the improved 3D and the very few games that only work on it, I just don't know how so many people went and upgraded for extra $200 to it. Because I think it was $199, right?
Yeah.
Of course, that'd be for America. You all have a different. Sometimes talking about money with foreign people is confusing.
Yeah, but mostly it's the same price tag, but then in euros. If it's $200 over there, it's €200 over here. Basically, it's yeah comparable.
But yeah, that doesn't seem like Dan actually upgrade to it. He always likes to argue about the faster reload time, and I just like I don't really imagine paying hundreds of dollars for slightly faster loading time being a great incentive. But I guess if it floats your boat, I mean, it's a free country.
Yeah, then more an upgrade if you have a standard 3DS to a 3DS XL. That would be more. I
No,
would do that more.
he went from a regular. Well, I don't know if he had the original XL, but he went from 3DS to new 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I don't think the new 3DS have XL versions, do they?
Yeah, I have the XL version.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I have
even.
the XL version, the limited editions Fire Emblem. I'm really happy about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I got the physical limited edition that has all of them on it.
I still have to play the new Fire Emblem. It's here it's still boxed, but I still have to see how it goes. I didn't like the first Fire Emblem for the 3DS. Which one was it called?
I think it was Awakening something, wasn't it?
Awakening. Yeah, man. I did not like the battle system where you can combine units on one hex, or it's not hexes, but you were able to combine units on one spot, and I don't like that game mechanic. I'm much more for the
Well, I don't know if it's the same thing, but in the new 3DS one,
Yeah.
there was a system where they pair together.
Yeah, that pairing
Depending
system.
the type they are, it can
Yeah.
have different effects on engagement.
All right. Maybe that's more interesting, but I did not like the pairing
But yeah, they
system.
can separate or pair in
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. You can use them both as one unit for an attack. But
What I find useful about it is it's a great way to protect someone who's dying. It's like, quick, get behind me!
yeah. But I like
'Cause-
the older Fire Emblem for the GameCube and the Wii.
Oh, I've
Uh,
always been the
those are
GameCube one is one of
classic,
the
man.
the GameCube is
Radiant.
one of the few I don't have.
That's Fire Emblem Radiant, right? Yeah. And for the Wii was Radiant something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Those,
have the Wii one.
they
I don't
were-
have the GameCube though, and people want like $200 for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evil scalpels.
But to my opinion, those were really great Fire Emblem games.
Well, if I remember correctly, the newer ones went very waifu-ish because apparently sales for the games have been going down, and I think most people were pointing that at the high difficulty because permadeath and all that. I guess Japan's going through its own casualizing of its franchises, I guess you could say.
I was hoping it was because of all that DLC characters and all that DLC stuff they put in Fire Emblem, but that's not the reason.
You mean all that DLC we barely got because of triggered people?
Yeah, but for me that was the downfall of Fire Emblem, and now with the latest one, which you have to buy two, or you do not have to buy them, but you can buy them both, and then you have a DLC with another storyline.
Well, see, that's why I bought the limited edition. It actually is all, and this is something I've been wanting to do a review. Is absolute bullshit because the limited edition is all three, the two physical and the DLC on a cartridge, on one cartridge. They don't even have the bullshit excuse to say it doesn't fit on a cartridge. They literally made them.
Yeah, they split it up in three and sold them as separate
Yeah,
games.
if you didn't buy the limited edition, you're fucked. And the limited edition costed the price of all three of them anyway. So,
It's Fire Emblem Fates, right?
yes, Fates.
Let's see if we also have a limited edition.
And the limited edition, at least in America, is now so like I'm not even sure what to tell you. Last time I saw people try and get $300 fucking for it.
A physical copy with all three.
Let's see. Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition on Amazon is currently going for 128, 160, 239, 239. So, two people are trying to underscalp a lot of people selling it between 239 to 300. So, most of these are over $200 with two people selling it for under $200.
Yeah, it's
If I didn't have it, I might have actually bit that 128 one because I think it was like $80 brand new. Because like I said, it was the price of all three, the two games and the DLC. It was the same price of buying them all as they were. So either way, you were paying the same. You just were getting a cartridge in a physical version of the DLC. Yeah, this guy's claiming he's selling a brand new one. So. To be honest, that's not as bad as some of these other fucking assholes. So what kind of prices are you getting? Or did you all not even get it?
I just net gamed the game, but it's sold out, so I cannot find any more copies.
Yeah, you'd have to get secondhand through somebody either scalping it or...
What's the exact title?
Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition is what it was called in America. I'm not sure if it went by the same thing overseas or not. but it's Conquest, Birthright, and Revelations all in one cartridge. And you get an art book with it.
And it uses the same engine as the first 3DS game. Damn.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me because the first 3DS game was the beginning of the waifu wars and Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but it's the same engine, so they did not have to create the engine again. Most sounds are just copy pasted, and then they dare to break up the game in 3 and sell it all 3 for.
But you must fight an epic war for your waifus. Guys, what if we make like a Pokemon style Fire Emblem games, but the real special aspect is all the different waifus you could have? It's a genius! It'll sell millions!
No, there's nothing here that's selling it.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much over $200 here.
If it's here, Game Mania sells it for $79.98.
Well, let me do a Google search on it.
Yeah, that's the price of 2 games, basically.
Let's see if I can find any EU-related stuff to this.
And someone's selling it on Marktplaats, like the Dutch eBay, for $129.95.
Jeez. And is that the EU version, or is that a...
Yeah.
Yeah, then better to buy.
And it's not secondhand, it's new.
Yeah,
it's just someone that's been smart and bought it for...
No, then I better buy both game used and the DLC when it's kind of cheap.
Yeah, getting the one with all of them on the cartridge it's ridiculous amounts of money. Apparently there is one for Europe. It apparently came with a steel case, a regular case, a map, and an art book. Now I feel gypped. From what I'm seeing here. Yeah, it's just... It blows my mind how Nintendo got away. Because, like Capcom, when they did shit like this, like weird shit like this, like the Street Fighter Tekken thing with the PS3 and Vita versions, where the PS3 version had the DLC characters on the disc, but you had to buy them, while the Vita version didn't, because you got them as a reward for getting the Vita version. The argument was that they're there, so it didn't slow loading time when you were in a match with somebody playing on the Vita or some shit and that. And it'd be like just trying to make excuses that, like, oh, we couldn't fit all the content on the disc or something. Or like with Destiny, made a similar excuse when people damn mind the disc and shit and stuff. It's like, oh, that's just remnants of things that we didn't have enough space to fit on the disc or shit like that. And then it's like, you literally fit all of it on a cartridge. You have literally no excuse. You are literally fucking people over with money, for money.
Yeah.
Well, what's sad is they didn't even take advantage of it either, because they just made so many versions and then stopped selling it, and then you got Scalpel selling it for $200+. I mean, they could make more and get more money from people who act, because I do know there was a lot of people that got their orders canceled. GameStop canceled some, Amazon canceled some. I'm seeing some stores here in the UK canceled some people's orders. It's like, clearly there were plenty of people who wanted to buy the thing that didn't get their fucking hands on it. So it's like, what was the whole deal here? To piss everyone off? What was the goal here in Nintendo? I'm not quite sure on getting this. I almost missed out on this because I actually was not aware the special edition actually included all three. Like, I just thought it was a special edition of one of the two versions with, art book in there. I didn't realize it was everything, so I almost missed it myself. I got a friend of mine in New York. Basically, I joined some Reddit topic where people were trying to find places to get it, and somebody mentioned the Nintendo store in New York had some. So I asked my friend Tanner in New York. It's like, for the love of God, go to the Nintendo store. And he went there and got me one and shipped it here.
Awesome.
So I got severely lucky to get that. So, and I even bribed him. It's like, you can keep everything but the game if you want. You can have the art book and the box and whatever. I think there was some keychain or something. I can't remember everything. But I was like, you can keep all the extras. Just give me the game. But he got one later. He got a friend because they were only doing a one customer, so he got a friend of his to get him one too. So I got the whole thing, but I was just doing anything I could get because I was just like I'll want to play. It is I don't hate the game. I have mixed feelings about it. Like I enjoyed the gameplay and some of the story, but at the same time the story pisses me off because they were moved and edited fucking shit because of stupid people. So I have mixed feelings with it, but what I played of it I enjoyed. I started with Conquest for no actual reasons at all. It was a complete coin flip. Yep. Don't believe anyone else. It was a complete coin flip. Had nothing to do with any waifus at all.
No. Sure. I felt gimped with SMT4 on the 3DS. You in the USA, you all got that a nice premium edition with a box and I don't know what. And here in Europe, we only got a digital release. Oh man, that was such. And I don't like the game. I don't like SMT4, man. Maybe I heard the sequel that has been released recently was uh, must be a little bit better, but I didn't like SMT4 at all. But I sure loved your box. How you got the game there. A nice physical release.
Yeah, Atlas has screwed you all over a lot. But hopefully the whole thing with Deep Silver works out for you guys.
Now let's see who did release Persona 5 here.
That it should have been Deep Silver.
Yep, it is
That's
Deep
why I
Silver.
said I hope that works out for you.
Yeah, I hope so too.
If it works out, that means you should be getting easy stream of Atlas games physically. If it doesn't, then it'll pretty much be like how it is. Somebody gets to do it once or twice, and then digital, skip. Somebody does it again, and so on. So
Yeah.
hopefully it works out.
And it truly is blocking any screenshots in the game or gameplay recording. It's all blocked in the game.
Yeah, it kind of makes me. What happens because the PS4's functionality to take a screenshot when you get a trophy? What happens when you own a trophy then?
No screenshot.
I mean, does it just do a black screen, or it literally doesn't do anything?
Really doesn't do anything.
Wow, I didn't even know they could disable that. Because I mean, like I've had black screenshots before from like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Well, I got no image at all when I got my first trophy. No image.
Wow,
I was only
that is
able to make a screenshot of the opening cinematic, and then it's very, very soon blocked. And
it is so freaking lame.
yeah. But talking about Persona 5, I think we're gonna stop our podcast here, if you don't mind. I'm dying to start playing again, actually. Not really, but
No? Okay, then don't.
Oh, then, well, okay.
But I think we had a marvelous and great podcast, guys. It's a shame Hotguard could not make it, but I'll try and get him on in the next time when we. I hope you are all. You both enjoyed it as well, and
Yeah, it was really fun to do.
yeah, it is. It is. And if you like, you can use it for your channel as well.
Yeah, I didn't record it, so.
If you want a copy, I can send you a copy.
No worries, no worries. Next time,
Yeah, sure.
I will get it next time.
Okay, then.
So is there anything anybody wants to add before we end the podcast?
If you never
Mm.
played 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, go buy the Norway.
Yep, agree. And that's even on the PC now, right?
Yep, it's on PC, PS4, and Vita. So unless you're a doing Microsoft console peasant, you have no flipping excuse. Because it's on the original DS, so all DSs can play it. So if you're a Nintendo person, you don't have an excuse. You can play the original, or you can get the better version.
And
Well,
you
okay,
get,
maybe not necessarily saying better. I haven't played it yet.
and you get
Just upgrading the graphics doesn't always mean it's better.
and you get the two best games of the series, to my opinion. I think the last
I
one
don't know.
was,
I kind of think the third one might be better than the second one in some aspects. I have a wishy-washy thing in that, but I definitely think the first one's the best out of all of them.
to my opinion, the first one was good, but the second one was awesome. I really loved Virtual's Last Reward.
I liked it too. The thing I didn't like was I think I would have liked it more if I played it first. I think the reason I slightly don't like it as much is because it was second. Because I played the first game, I know the context of what happened in the first game, and then you see who at the beginning of the game, and unless you're completely dead brain, you'll be like, oh, that looks like so and so, and it's like, huh. Am I in a weird angel?
Yeah, but you gotta play it in sequel. You gotta really play 999 first.
I still recommend playing them in order.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
that's why I have a wishy-washy thing with the third one, because the third one you don't have that feeling, because I liked the first game because even though it was a visual novel, it was scary as fuck to me. Like I was playing Silent Hill Homecoming at the time, and that was one of the most disappointing survival horror games ever played in my life. And I would tell people all the time, it's like, I've been playing this visual novel game on the DS. It scares the living fuck out of me. Like, I'll be laying in my bed after I play a segment of it, and I'll just be like, is he in the closet going to kill me? It's going to kill me. It's going to fucking kill me. It's going to kill me. And like Homecoming, and just like slash slash slash. Oh look, some weird chill chick thing. I just kill you and move through the fog. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I feel like why I don't like the atmosphere. I guess you could say with the second game, because I kind of guess the fact of not being in as intimate, because when you play the first game for the first time, you don't know what the fuck's going on, so you feel like you're in a life and death situation. So I feel like that got brought back in the third game, because you're not given that slight hint at the beginning of the second game that it's kind of more of a controlled environment. You kind of gave that feeling again. It's like, oh fuck, we're all screwed again, aren't we?
Yeah, but at least there was order in 2. In 3, it's just a mix of. It's
don't get me wrong. 3 has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Graphically, it's pretty bad, and I blame a lot of it on the fact that they had a tight budget. But I respect the fact that Spike gave them a budget to finish off the trilogy, as opposed to leave it in some fucked up limbo forever. So, but I do blame a lot of its problems on the fact that it had a budgeted.
But the puzzles in 3 were again amazing. I really enjoyed.
Oh, I love all the puzzles in all the games, though.
Yeah. So
yeah,
the quality of the puzzles is still amazing.
Actually, I need to ask you something since we're talking about this card. That guy I mentioned when we were talking about Neo PC related, Worth It game. What was that guy's name?
Worth a Buy.
Worth a Buy. Yes, he did a video on Zero Time Dilemma, and he quoted Telltale games were more interactive and better puzzles than it. And I was like, what? Like, after, like, The Walking Dead 1, and The Walking Dead 1 barely has any interesting puzzles in it. I mean, after that, their games took a real big dive in quality.
Yeah.
And, like, this guy is trying to say these games that are barely even reminiscent of point-click games have more interactivity and interesting puzzles than he shat on the game. And I'm not saying he can't dislike it. It just seems so weird that, like, have you ever played any of the Telltale games, like
Yeah.
any of
Yeah.
the Walking Dead and that?
Walking Dead
Like,
and the one with the wolf.
yeah, the Wolf Among Us. And
Yeah,
that.
that's one.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, the Walking Dead 1 certainly didn't have any memorable, interesting puzzles or philosophy or anything completely unique in its story. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I certainly wouldn't say it was very interactive or anything. If anything, I would argue all the games in the Escape games, puzzles make them vastly interactive.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, but we of course have the history of playing the series from 999 out. We truly started at the base, and
Yeah, true. I don't know if he has the context of the other two games.
no,
I didn't
no.
look. I checked out 4 of his videos, not counting the one that Otto played when I first clicked his channel. And not trying to say don't check out his videos or anything, but I personally didn't enjoy the videos very much. I'm a very neutral kind of person, so he.
Sometimes
How
it's
should I
wrong.
put?
Yeah, but it's his opinion, and of course.
Yeah, and he has his right to his opinion.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to say like, don't visit this guy. He's horrible. His opinion's wrong. Thing or that. I'm just saying like, I didn't personally like how he talked about stuff. Like he just. I try not to like shit on things really hard. Like I mean, I don't dig lots of first-person games, but I don't try to just immensely say, "Oh, you like Call of Duty, you fucking casual piece of fucking shit. You're the ones ruining the game industry," kind of.
Yeah, but that's total and utter truth.
I'm just saying, I just try to be a little more respectful, respectful to people's tastes. I guess.
But sometimes games are really crap. Look at No Man's Sky. There's no good word about the game.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying that there ain't truth to certain things. I guess you could say I don't like him being so rough. I guess maybe a little too blunt. I guess you could say.
Yeah,
That's kind of like how I feel like Angry Joe ended up a lot. Like I used to watch Angry Joe when he was new, and then I kind of not liked how his reviewing went from there or that.
No. I unsubscribed to him a half year ago or something. It was more movie reviews and.
Yeah, that's what Dan keeps mentioning once in a while. He's just like, "What the fuck's he gonna ever do now? Game things? It's just movies. I didn't subscribe for movies."
Yeah.
It's like,
but that he failed at game reviews, so now he's going to do movies.
Yeah, but I think his game reviews was what he was doing. That's what his channel made him so big.
Yeah, but he started to he didn't upload stuff, and then when like 99% of the reviewers made a review, he did it. And
And
the only thing he does well is ranting at games. That's what I like. Like No Man's Sky or whatever.
That's one of his best.
Yeah, actually, ironically, you're right. He's
Let's
actually good at shitting.
When he rants, then it's cool. But like his
because I did watch the No Man's Sky one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And his affection for Nintendo, that's like hilarious.
At first, I thought those were funny, but it got to the point where it's like if you took a gun, you shoot yourself in the foot, and you're like, "Ow!" I went to the hospital and fixed it, and then you just did it again and again and again. It's like you should always know this is going to happen. So why do you keep doing it?
Yeah, it's for the clicks. So he can make
No,
a
but
video.
it's
So he
no,
can
but
make a
it's
complaint video that gets 500,000 views.
but it's still said that if every other person uploads a Nintendo video, they get not taken down, and he gets taken down. You know,
It
that's just
depends on
sad.
the thing is over. I don't. If you're trying to say Joe's being targeted, I don't think that's true. It depends on the game you're doing, and the games Angry Joe is going to do are all relevant new ones, which are the ones that do get claimed. Most old titles of Nintendo, like there's only one thing I ever done Nintendo that got claimed, and that was Splatoon. Well, actually, no, I correct that. Two things. That was Splatoon and Mario Maker. Everything
Yeah.
from Nintendo Land and older, I have not had claimed by Nintendo. So, and what's weird about Nintendo Land, because it has music from different Nintendo games, and that's one of the common ways they claim shit. So I
Yeah.
honestly don't know why they didn't claim any of those, but everything from Nintendo Land before, I've never had any problem with. Anything that's new, claim instantly, basically. So unless he's going to touch old shit, which as far as I know, I've never seen him touch old stuff. So
No.
he's going to always win in that problem with Nintendo stuff, unless they change. And I do agree. I did back when he first did a complaint thing. I did a video on my opinion how with reviews that is BS because you have the right to make a review. When it comes to Let's Plays, that's a gray area. You could argue, but the review thing is
Yeah, but he
bullshit.
reviews and he gets
Yeah.
taken down, and that's just sad because I think, yeah, by
Yeah.
law you're allowed to review stuff, I guess.
Yes. So I'm not necessarily saying he doesn't have a point. It's just you always know what they do. So unless you're going to sue him or something, why do you just keep doing it? Because you always know it's going to happen. He's on his fifth rant thing about it's you just keep relapsing that into the.
As long as it gives 500,000 views, who wouldn't? I mean, it's so easy for him. And those rant videos is just sitting in front of a camera and ranting, and he gets paid a good amount. So why would he stop? And
I mean, like I said, I don't disagree that a lot of it's bullshit when it's related to review things, but it's just unless you're going to actually do something, you always know what's going to happen.
yeah, he does. He knows what's gonna happen, and with Nintendo, if you use their material, they monetize the video, and that's the rules. If you want,
Yeah, and you either let them monetize it or do the Nintendo Network program where you get a small share of it.
yeah,
But it's sad because if you review a game, I think you're allowed fair use. So
like I said, I do agree with reviews. Strictly reviews, it is 100% bullshit that Nintendo does it. It should be illegal because you do have the right to review shit. That's why I said with Let's Plays, you can make an argument there because that is a gray area that has not been defined legally in any area as far as I'm aware of.
But still, I think they should pay people for a Let's Play because it's the best freaking
Oh yeah, I think Let's Plays are good. I'm just saying when we're talking about laws, it hasn't been brought up whether Let's Plays are illegal or not. That's why they've always been a gray area where people can claim and fight and shit because nobody wants to go up to bat to the law and find out whether it's legal or not or make the argument for it because people are afraid of losing. It's like, oh, I could sue PewDiePie, but if I lose, he's going to take millions from us. But if we win, we'll finally end this tyranny of them stealing our stuff. Nobody wants to, try for it or that. So I'm just saying, I think Let's Plays are good. So I'm not saying I think they are wrong. I'm just saying in the legal sense, they're a gray area. But reviews do have legal shit on them. And you do have the right to do reviews. And you can make money off reviews as long as you follow the proper rule structure with them.
Yeah.
So it is bullshit when Nintendo claims anything that's a review purpose. unless the review is a full playthrough, which obviously would be kind of a strange review, but I mean that's
My opinion
probably
of this
the only
playthrough.
argument they could make.
Yeah.
That's the only argument they could make,
Yeah.
which again goes into Let's Play territory of you know, you're showing the whole product, which, but because in a review, in the law with reviews, you have to use a certain amount of content, not the full amount of content. So, and with music, I think like with music, you can use a minute. I think legally, I can't remember all the time things, but there are different time things. As far as I know, with video games, there isn't a time thing for video games. But yeah, I think it's absolute 100% bullshit when Nintendo does anything to reviews, and they get away with it. But again, like I said, if Angry Joe ain't gonna sue them or start revolts like boycott Nintendo for this, if you're not gonna really do something, you're just going to make a rant video for clicks. I mean, you're just somebody who keeps shooting your foot, knowing what's going to happen when you do it again. I'm going to play the next Zelda game, shoot my foot. I'm going to play the next Zelda game, shoot my foot. I'm going to play the next Mario game, shoot my foot.
Yep.
I wonder what happens when I drink bleach. Goes to the hospital. More bleach. Hospital again. It's like the results aren't changing anytime soon. But
and on that note, we're gonna stop. If that's okay with you guys.
No, I'm gonna wait more.
Yeah.
Angry Joe is.
You can just click the stop button and continue talking. Then.
Bill.
And a shout out to DSP. If you like to watch Let's Plays, go to DSP and have good fun.
Fun. I get brain cancer for most of that.
Sometimes it's just because he's so clumsy.
Who?
DSP.
Oh no! Quick, end everything! I'm saving you.
Oh, no.
I'm saving.
This is gonna take another half hour now.
Okay, it's a terrible player or something.
Oh God! Just look up how you don't play Dark Souls.
Oh man,
then
you're gonna
everything
laugh. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Really, is it so bad?
Oh, it is it's so horrible, man.
Just look
it's some
for
of the
that
most
in
illogical shit ever.
This is how you don't play, or you don't play.
I want to put this on record. This is coming from somebody who has a brain issue, grew up with brain problems and such, and has thinking disorders and things. And that DSP is watching somebody who is literally so completely in denial, retarded, play games, and it's just so. Like he plays all the Souls games and Bloodborne, and he can't remember jack shit from each game. Every time he plays one of them, it's just like, how do I do the same shit that works from the previous game? It's just he plays, and he uploads like 200 videos a fucking day, and it's a clown show that just never stops whamming into the wall.
And he's
called what's it called?
It's in the chat
okay.
In Discord now.
Yeah,
he started doing Let's Plays like 6 or 7 years ago. And
he started in 2008, I believe.
And he was making lots of money from ad revenue.
He started making money in 2010, I believe.
And he was able to buy a BMW and a new house and all that kind of stuff. And
oh yeah.
But last year he was caught. How to say this? Very.
Oh no! I am in, back out, jump off the cliff.
Yeah. He was.
Just stop the stream and say it.
No, he was caught on this. He was going to do a Let's Play, and 5 minutes before he started his Let's Play, his webcam was already on. And he was watching.
Was it the dude that was fapping or something?
That's the one.
Oh my god! Really?
Yeah, he's the one.
And then he lost his license, probably.
No, but his view count is dropping dramatically, and I
Yeah.
think at this moment he's barely able to uh, pay all his bills with his ad revenue. So
In Patreon.
he's really in decline. But
And when you watch,
yeah,
and when
this
you
is
watch,
just
this is how
watch
you don't
it.
play Dark
You
Souls.
really have
Watch-
to watch.
Watch Dark Souls 1. Don't watch the other ones. Watch Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that this guy on Patreon gets $1,094 a month from 213 people currently.
Still.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah.
Dark Side Phil.
He's,
DSP.
yeah.
DSP tries it.
Oh my god.
But
Really,
his
really,
Dark
really.
Souls don't how you don't play. It's created by other people who ridicule him.
Yeah,
Of course. So it's not
No
it's his-
compilations of
Yeah.
his being a complete fucking retard.
Yeah. it's golden.
Believe me, Dark Souls 1 is the definition of why people hate Phil, pick on him, and shit. And it's
Sounds
not
like
even
the blast.
it's
Yeah.
not even the only stupid thing he's done. He's done so much stupid shit.
Yeah,
It's
preview, pre gaming then.
Oh.
Pre-gaming, yeah.
Oh, watching any Street Fighter shit. Oh my goodness, man! I don't think I've ever seen anyone in denial in all of my life. Oh, boy, they're pressing buttons up. Oh, it lag combo through me. Cause he's using Hadokens. Gotta use Hadokens online.
Yeah.
I'm blocking, pressing buttons.
Oh yeah, that's the golden one of it. I'm pressing the block. And that is. But watching him play Dark Souls, I also watch him play the whole game on his videos. That makes you feel like, hey, I'm not so bad in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
That's why you play now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not so bad.
That's what he told me. He played Dark Souls 1 a long time ago, and he said he didn't like it. And then he watched Phil do it, and he's like, no, there's no way I'm as bad as this, and plays it again. Then he gets addicted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dark Souls is like, if you play it like, an hour, you just don't get it, You need to play it a bit longer just to get
Yeah.
a hang of the rolling and stuff, and then...
Yeah, but the first boss in Dark Souls 1, you get confronted with him so soon in the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
but
pro moment,
nobody
though.
that starts knows the trick. Just walk past him, drop down,
Yeah,
kill
drop
it.
down. Yeah, if I knew the plunge attack, damn.
Okay, we'll put it this way. Phil never warns what the fuck a plunge attack is. He reads the instructions, and he doesn't understand them.
Yeah, he reads them, but then he forgets them in 2 seconds.
Oh, he forgets things
Yeah,
literally like
yeah.
5 seconds after he literally even been, whether he been told it, read it, or if you on his live stream tells him, he forgets shit like instantly. Which is why in instances where he'll like remember strange shit that you wouldn't think he would remember, and people will be like, yeah, stream chat totally told him that. There's no way he remembered that. It's like he can't remember basic. How the hell do I drink an Estus?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh man, when you get to the part where he tries to figure out how to use magic, oh good lord. He spends so much time trying to figure out how to cast miracles. It is so sad. It's so sad.
Yeah, if you got the time someday, you really gotta watch.
Yeah.
And Dark Souls is the favorite series. Some people made some about other games. Personally, I didn't like Street Fighter, but that's because I didn't play it as well. But if you have played the game and you watch it, this is how you don't play. Yeah, it's just quite fun.
You pretty much can find one on any game he's played, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Metal Gear?
No, not really.
Oh, I was going to say, if you're a big Metal Gear person, that's where a lot of his haters started. When he first played Metal Gear Solid, it's a train. All the fucking Metal Gear games he's done are train wrecks.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Like, it's so hate-filled in Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, because, it's an espionage drama thing, and all the villains have, like, sad, tragic past. Like, to one of them, he's like, oh, shut up, I'm gonna piss and shit in your face now. Come on, go, quote, die, fuck you. It's like, this is supposed to be a sad moment. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. Let's spoil how we started Dark Souls 1. When he got to the first NPC, what was his name? He just killed him.
Oh, the Quest Fallen Knight? Yeah, he just killed him.
Oh, man. That was
Oh,
so
you're talking about Oscar and the actual... Yeah, he killed
oh.
the Oscar, too.
When you start Dark Souls, in the
It's like, shut up!
Yep, shut up, kill.
It's like, you killed Oscar! He saved you, you fucking faggot! He saved you!
Incredible, man.
He saved
Is he really
you!
that bad?
Yeah, but
he's
it's funny
so
in a kind of
horrible.
way.
Oh, you're gonna love when he gets to Blighttown. He rage quit for like a year in Blighttown. He used the Drake sword, and he never repaired anything. So when he got to that middle bonfire in Blighttown, between the ground and the top, most of his shit broke. He had no repair valve. He didn't buy the means to repair shit at a bonfire, and he was dying constantly. He had no souls, and he was basically trapped there.
Yeah.
Because he used the Drake sword's overpowerness for when you first get it to carry him to that point. And that's when the Drake sword basically becomes worthless in Blighttown. So he wasn't used to or had really anything else to fall back on. So he quit for like he was originally never going to play again. But after a year, the next April Fool's, he decided to play it as an April Fool's joke. And he ended up playing with viewers who carried him to the end.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So when
it's
you
nice
get to
of
that,
the viewers to help him.
yeah, basically Dark Souls 1, the whole thing after wage quitting was his viewers carrying him all the way to the end. And he never got the ending. He never, like, I talked a little about to Carter, and I don't think Carter fully understands the ending all the way, because I don't think he's fought Gwendolyn or...
Nope. No.
Yeah, so see, he doesn't understand all that. DSP thinks he turned into a god by lighting the bonfire. It's like, no, you idiot! You were a tool. You were used. You were used so gods could stay in power. You dumbass. It's like, I don't understand. It's like, because you didn't even read anything.
But that's just sad. I think that might also be a strength in getting, those viewers.
Yeah, I think that's mainly aside from his Patreon. His Patreons are pretty much his last dying actual fans. And then most of his other viewers on YouTube are people making fun of him. That's basically all he has. So he has 213 real viewers who actually pay him money on Patreon, and then the people who watch him to laugh at him fail.
Yeah. And many Patreon followers quit as well. They paid him to play Persona 3.
You like you fuck, man. Yeah, he got paid like $2,000 to play Persona 3 as a Patreon reward if it reached that goal, and it did. So he played it on easy, and he got to the final boss and wage quitted.
Really?
Yes, he waged. And what's funny is somebody made a clip of that wage quit, and Atlas's American YouTube channel left a comment said "salty charm," because what happened is the boss kept charming his party, and then it would heal the boss.
Yeah.
It's like, instead of maybe countering the charm, I'll just wage quit and fuck over everyone who paid me shitloads of money to play this.
Yeah. If he's gonna do a full heal on the boss, I'm gonna quit. If he's not gonna do a full heal, he's gonna quit.
I'm gonna quit. I'm quitting. That's it. Fuck this.
Oh my god, he sounds like a really sad person.
Yeah, and he's like fucking almost 40 now, I think. His girlfriend's like half his age. Like when they first started dating, she was like 17.
Oh, that's a bit too young, but for now, I'd say, yeah, lucky bastard. On his age.
I don't know. Panda Lee's pretty awful.
Yeah,
person,
I
too.
don't. Oh, I saw that part when he's talking about. Well, I'm quite good at gaming, and then she makes that you know what part I'm talking about.
You know, I
Oh.
keep debating on whether Panda Lee is more intelligent using him for money or if she's really
Yeah.
stupid. I just don't honestly know.
Yeah.
A lot of people, Fred Fox thinks she's just using him for money.
Mhm.
He's expecting her to like leave him from his failing business and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. When this business is starting to fail, she's gone. I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
She likes the fame.
And get this. Phil has since like 2010 to now, his only income has been YouTube and Patreon for YouTube still. And he used to work like sometime before 2008 in a factory. He made Panda Lee, which is his girlfriend, get a job, I think a year and a half ago. So she works an actual job while he still just does YouTube videos. And he uploads like 200 a day. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. It's like, practically go get a job for more income. And she also runs a soap business online
Yeah. She's
and her own YouTube channel, too.
his let's play videos are all 10 minutes or something. So very short.
Well, a lot of his
So he
older
chops them
ones.
up.
Yeah.
But,
he chops them up.
he still does low ones.
Mhm.
I think he does them around 50 now. I don't know. I haven't been to his actual channel in years. I just watch This Is How You Don't Play compilations if I ever want to see him be a fucking idiot, or if I want to see highlights of stupid shit he says in his podcast or reviews or updates or shit. Fred Fox's channel usually has videos about that kind of shit.
Mhm.
But you're a big PC guy, right? So you've
Yeah.
played Half-Life stuff, right?
No, it's first person.
Oh yeah, you said you get damn. I was gonna say, dude, you like he played the Half-Life remake thing. It was so fucking retarded because he wasted like 40 minutes trying to jump on a box, thinking it was the way to go.
Yeah, in the sewer.
It was like oh my gosh, Phil, how could you stay here for 40 minutes trying to hump a box? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Anyway, we gave you a small taste of
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Insanity.
Yeah, it's
So
really,
yeah,
really
watch that
was.
and
Yeah.
let us know what you think.
Yeah, next month.
Yeah, I think the Dark Souls one's like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it's a compilation of the entire playthrough, so you know they're cutting out probably like 20 hours. So
It's basically
they're saving you time.
it's not the not so smart moments and the moments that he dies. That's the compilation.
But yeah, basically any AAA game, just look up. This Is How You Don't Play. Odds are he's dead because that's how he runs his business on YouTube. He wants to get the game as soon as possible if he can get Olio, even though he says ethically he thinks it's wrong to do a game before its release date, and he's a hypocrite because he's done it several times. He just doesn't want people doing it before him. But his time business runs on being the force to do a full playthrough as soon as possible and shit, which is why he was so pissed. He bought a Nintendo Switch. He
Yeah.
set up. He did a video showing him setting it up, and then it died the next day. So he got a late start on Breath of the Wild. He had to go with Tornad because no store had a Switch, and he had to go buy the Wii U version, which those were sold out everywhere for a while too. So he was so pissed and salty about that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, watch that. Let us know what you think about it, and
Yeah, cool.
I guess it's probably should let everyone go.
Yep.
The prophecy of Carter's extra 30 minutes has probably passed.
Yeah, but DSP is always, man. That's
This is your fault,
that's
Carter.
always a
You
good
brought him
subject.
up.
I knew it.
You
I knew
brought
it
him up.
beforehand, man.
You
Yeah.
brought him up.
Yeah, true, man. It was just a small shout out, but okay, guys, thank you for assisting in this podcast. I really enjoy doing it with both of you, and let's try
Really
to do
fun
it.
to do.
Yeah, let's try to do it once a month or something, if you're both interested in. And
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't
I'm
mind
game.
doing it again.
Yeah.
Are you usually on Discord?
no,
I know you are. I mean, your friend.
No,
You
I have
refer to him as
Skype,
Poison.
Steam. Yeah, I'm Poison Man. No, I have Skype. I have also got TeamSpeak with not a server, but it depends on where most people are at. But Carda doesn't have Skype or.
Well, send me your Steam, and I can add you on Steam. I don't. I only keep Skype for one person because they don't like Discord. I've liked Discord. It has a lot of features Skype keeps whipping out.
Yeah, but I think Discord is less.
It's not perfect, but it only has a
No,
lot of
but
things that Skype used to
Skype
have.
sometimes lacks the games. But I don't mind. Either way, Steam you said.
Yeah, just throw me your Steam, and I'll add you on Steam with that. That way you can let us know, or we can keep bugging you. It's like, have you watched it yet? You must watch it. It's we won't let
really,
go.
We wanna
really,
get
We
your
won't let go.
yeah. We wanna know your reaction, man.
We want to know.
Yeah,
We want to know.
yeah. Steam is for me, for
It's
myself.
in thingy was in Discord chat.
Okay.
I like the Steam for staying in contact, mostly for myself. So
Yeah, Steam's alright. It
Yeah,
doesn't really eat any resources, so it's not
Yeah.
hard to leave it open. I only usually have to shut down everything when I do streams. If I'm not doing streaming, it's not usually a big deal. Torch. And add.
Yep.
Okay, should have gotten it. There we go.
Accept. There you
Okay. Now we can officially bug you for hours.
are.
Oh,
There's
how's
some-
Path of Exile these days? I played it a long time ago when it was.
Yeah, I have not many hours on the game, but I think I like it.
Well, I liked it. I just didn't really have anyone to play.
Oh, if you want to play the game, feel free to join. Because yeah, I need my hours in the game.
Diablo style. It seemed like a really good game, and especially considering I did Diablo 3 and was very disappointed with Diablo 3.
Yeah, they fix the game all the time, and I think now there's Legacy League, and soon, instead of running the game 3 times on a harder difficulty, they're giving us 6 extra acts
Cool.
for free. So quite happy. Yeah.
So how do they make money?
I think there were
Microtransactions.
were cosmetic things like pets and different looks in there, if I remember correctly.
Yep. You can buy
But
supporter.
sounds cheap.
You can buy supporter packs. You can buy, like additional weapon effect skins, armors, pets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stash tabs, but it's all like if you like, for me, I like the game a lot, so sometimes I just buy a supporter pack or something, you support them. But I like it because I like the game. I pay. You don't like it, you don't pay anything.
Yeah, I really
That's how
liked
I
it.
like
It
it.
was a really faithful game towards Diablo style game.
Yeah, it's for me. I prefer it over Diablo 3. and I just like the
Oh yeah,
immense
I
complex,
just
the complex, the passive skill tree, the nightmare of every new player. You know?
Diablo 3 was so whole. Like I love Diablo 1 too. Just so disappointed with 3. I was just like, this is the new Diablo? Like what, this is a joke. This is
Yeah.
literally like casualizing a franchise to the max. This is a joke. My
Yeah, but that's
friend Dan.
Blizzard. Every game they make turns into like, let us hold your hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
and
seems
here's
to be the case
Endgame.
with a lot of modern games. But something funny, me and Dan played Diablo 3, and we were like in the desert act, like
Yeah.
near the end, and he had like a level 8 barbarian. He said, "Hey, I want to bring in," because we virtually had nothing stopping us or killing us, and we played like the second to max difficulty the game would let us play.
Yeah.
And he brought in this level 8 barbarian, and he was still killing everything. It was a lot slower, but he was still living, regenning, and everything higher than them killing him.
Yeah.
And I just like, this is sad. So sad.
Yeah,
So
but still, if you play Diablo now, you know, it's like if I have like a maxed out character, you know, you're in 5 minutes you're in the game, and then they give you a legendary set for free because you get to the end game. It's like, okay, so what's the point of playing the game?
Yeah.
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 Getting the upgraded version of the set? No, it's you know, it's stupid. I don't like it. I do like it
Yeah.
for, you know, for fun, but it's getting. I just, you know, this game is more awesome. So in so many ways.
Oh yeah, when like I said, I played it when it first came out. I really enjoyed it. It's just this style game I enjoyed playing with friends, and I didn't really get to mingle with anyone, so it kind of drifted off and played other stuff of that. So maybe I'd give it a try again. Maybe we can
Yeah,
play some
sure.
or something.
If you can find me, no worries. I'll just make. I just started like a week ago, Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just getting end game with the character now. It's level 67. I'm just a bit stuck at the moment, but I'm getting there. But it's fun, and it's a cool game.
And it amazes me how it's free too. It's such a
Yeah.
really good game when it launched. I was just amazed that it was just free and it didn't have shitty microtrans. Like I said, I don't know what the one's like now because I mean, like I don't even remember when it came out. But like I said, I played it when it first came out. So microtransaction platforms sadly have notorious times where they change. Looking at stuff like at Payday,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if they've kept mainly to that same thing without being just simply pay to win kind of concepts,
No, it's still only skins. Nothing in.
Oh,
yeah, I give them a lot of credit for keeping to something like that
yeah.
because admittedly, pay to win stuff is quick, easy cash. You turn
Yeah.
off a lot of people, but there's a lot of people willing to throw a lot of 20s at fucking overpowered shit. So I give them a lot of credit on that, staying that course. That it just
Yeah.
amazes me. I think it's a great example on how a really good game will be embraced by its community if they
Yeah.
don't treat you like EA or Ubisoft.
Yeah. And that's it.
Oh
You
my!
know, it's my own choice in supporting them or not. You know, and yeah, the game is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's like here's a gun, and the gun is all the DLC with a
Yeah.
$100 price
Yeah.
tag on it.
And what they do with the supporter packs now, because okay, the cash points system, it's $5 for 50 points, 10 for 100, 20 for 200, right? Then you get a supporter pack that's 30 or 60. But if you get a 31, you get like a cape and another cosmetic item. Those are like worth already, you know, a lot. And you get an extra 250 points anyways. So they don't even rip you off with the supporter packs. They even give you like things for free while buying the points. It's a really good system.
Mm-hmm.
And with the $60 packs, you get like an armor set, a pet, a weapon skin, cape, stuff like that, and 550 points. So you make, for $5, you get a full armor set, and that's normally worth $20. So they don't even they don't even. Stupid how they do it. I don't know how they do it. It's
Well, I'm glad they're doing well then. Because,
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been like, 5 years or something since they came out, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was beta. That's already yeah.
Oh, that was a beta?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe it was the beta I played. I don't know, it was
Can be.
just, I just
How
never, it
many
was,
acts? How many acts?
I don't know, like I said, I didn't play super far. It was on a beach, undead.
Yeah,
I
that's the
didn't,
beginning. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
still
I didn't
there.
get, I did maybe like 2 hours then. The only
Okay, yeah,
thing,
that's
like,
not
I
much.
really did like it. It's just, I like asked all my friends who like the Diablo shit. I'm like, hey, you want to play this? It's
No.
really awesome. It's like Diablo, except it's MMO-ish with tons of people and this giant sphere grid thing that's really good. And none of them were interested in playing. My friend Aaron really didn't want to play just because it was free to play. He was like, nope, I'm not playing. It's like, why? It's free to play. It has probably shit stuff.
No,
So
it's
I couldn't
really
get
good.
anyone to try
You
it.
don't.
So I was like,
Yeah, you don't even know it's free. They patch everything. They balance out stuff. They talk with the community. You know.
that's good. I'm glad they're doing good. Let's see. Twitter account started in 2010. Holy shit. That's a long time ago. The wiki page or some.
Did you ever try it, Carla?
I did play it for a couple of minutes. But
Minutes.
yeah,
Help.
minutes.
Came out
Yeah.
2013. So yeah, it's been pretty well. So they probably started development around 2010 since the Twitter
Yeah.
account started then, and it came out in 2013. So yeah, it's been quite a bit. Well, you didn't like it, Carter, much, or
No, I'm for action RPGs. I'm more I liked The Witch and the 100 Knight. That action RPG. If it's something like that, I'm full in. But after
oh, that's actually kind of surprising. A lot of people did not like The Witch in the 100th
oh
Night.
man, I only got 4 games platinum, and that's one of them. The Witch and the
Really?
yeah. That
Dang.
game was awesome, man. I
I
like.
like the kill those. I just want the
Hmm.
free time to play it.
Yeah.
I really liked the art. I liked the kill those. I got to the point where you killed the first witch, or she was turned into a fog or something.
Yeah. But that's
That's
fun.
how far I got into it, and that was on the PS3 version. Then
Yeah.
they announced the PS4 version. I bought that because I really liked the story idea and the kills. I just want the free time to play it because being the type of game it is, I'm sure it's a bit time consuming, and
Yeah. It
all the
is.
overtime I've been getting for the last 2 years has made me have to be very picky about what I really want to throw a lot of time into.
Yeah. There are exceptions. Persona 5. Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do a let's play of Persona 5, but if everything's blocked, I need a capture card for HDMI,
Yeah.
which is something I've been considering getting. I'm trying to find one that I think's going to work for me and work with OBS.
Hmm. And it has to be able to capture 1080p.
Well, it'd be nice, but I don't even know if my computer can do that. I need to also function on my computer also.
Yeah, it probably will not work with a USB port. You have to probably have a PCI capture card then for that.
Not now. I've
Many
looked
is
up a few.
Because I don't think you have USB 3.0, and then capturing
Um,
1000p is I think a little bit much for a USB normal standard USB port.
Well, there was one guy I follow on YouTube. He calls himself Moogle, who plays a lot of Japanese stuff. He recently got a new one. I was thinking of asking about the one he got.
Yeah.
Because when he does DSP streams with Fred Fucks and Sons of Kojima, when they do like a chill thing, shitting on DSP or that, he's talked about some and sounds like he was using it with OBS. So I was like, because I've heard, the reason I've been iffy about getting one is I've heard certain ones don't work well with OBS. So it's like, I'd hate to spend like $200 and it's like, oh, it doesn't work. Fuck. If there's no working B plan, I'm fucked.
Yeah. I think that's a smart move. Just ask for advice how other people make it work with OBS and go that route.
Yeah, because OBS helps save me a lot of time. Because unlike fat Philly boy who has no fucking job to go to, just wakes up in the morning and sits his ass down for an 8-hour marathon every day playing video games. You know, I work 40 hours and very commonly 50 hours a lot lately and try to do the same shit. So, you know, it's hard for me to sit down and do a lot of freaking massive editing when I have job bills I gotta take care of, you know, everyday shit that every other adult has to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't have as much free time as Philly boy, and he bitches and moans about fucking everything.
This is gonna be great time to see you do a Let's Play again, because it has been a while.
Yeah, basically, I guess you could say I took a hiatus vacation. I haven't been doing thrifting or the GameStop dumpster diving or that, because it's just been pretty much every freaking Friday. I got lucky to get out of that one Saturday. I got really lucky to get out of that because I was just going to be like, I need a gun on Sunday morning. You know, to blow my brains out. But, yeah, it's probably going to keep going until July. That's usually when things start going back to normal. So
Yeah.
I've been just trying something different, because the last 2 years I kept trying to do the same usual stuff I did on Saturday, go thrifting, get some stuff done, do the dumpster diving and that. And, you know, I'd have the Sunday as the only fucking day to do anything. And it just...
Well, I hope it works out with Persona 5, but that's just too short day, I guess. But
well, I gotta finish Builders, and I want to also get
builders, yeah.
Alundra done. Those things have been on the back burner for like 500 years.
Yeah, but if it's you gotta play something that has to interest you as well. It must not be an obligation to complete for YouTube, you know. So.
Well, I like trying to complete stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I started doing Let's Plays, because it's like, oh, you know, this might be an incentive to actually finish shit. Anyway, gentlemen, I need to go to the bathroom, and we've tried to end this like several hundred times. So.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hunt some shadows. So.
Okay, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'll see you in that wound and that. Take it easy. Got one. Gotta go. Gotta go fast.
Later.
Fast.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.